hoping to repeat his first outing against Texas. 6 solid innings, 1 run, and 8 strikeouts against the Rangers. He would follow that up next outing against Tampa Bay with another good one, 6 innings, fanning 8, and he did not allow a run against the Tampa Bay Rays. Can he make it 3 in a row? The question tonight for the Orioles, game 2 against Texas. It's the Orioles on MASN, and we welcome you back to Texas on another steamy night as the Orioles try and pick up a W, get out of a 3-game losing streak. Game 2, the middle one, the Orioles and the Rangers. Orioles players really hoping for 2 things tonight. 1, they get a win. 2, they get to see Beltre pick up number 3,000. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome to the Orioles' tough night last night. Fell behind, lost 8-2. They were behind 8-0 before they even got on the board. The news came after the game. Trade was made, and Jeremy Hellickson, now a Baltimore Oriole. He's not with the ball club, won't join them probably until the Orioles get back to Baltimore. Here are the numbers on Jeremy Hellickson. This is someone who they hope is going to help in this rotation. 20 starts, 6.5 record, 4.73 ERA. You see the career numbers of the 194 games having been played, a Rookie of the Year. Question now is, can he be better than what the Orioles have in the rotation? Dan Duquette thinks so. The Orioles hope so. And this is the situation according to Buck Showalter.
On the way to the airport, and they had a guy rear-ended them, and well, it could be a gal, could be a guy. A vehicle rear-ended him, and his girlfriend was with him, was coming with him, and I think Jeremy's okay, but his girlfriend needed to go to the emergency room, and I know Rogers talked to him a couple times. So if everything stays, he's hoping if she gets cleared, they'll travel tomorrow. I mean, be in Baltimore tomorrow. No reason to come here now.
And we obviously hope they are both well. For Dan Duquette, he said, we'd like to be competitive. Nobody's running away with the American League. We've got our bullpen back. If we can get some stability in our starting pitching, the rest of the team is intact. So that's why the deal was made. What do you think?
Well, you know, what's your biggest need? Starting pitching. 102 games, your team ERA. And, you know, I said about the pregame, if you said, we want you to go to spring training, get in shape, and then we're going to play 102 games, and you're going to have a starting pitching ERA at almost 6 runs a game at 5.98 or 99, you'd go, we couldn't do that, but they have. So Hellickson, you know, it's going to be a little tougher in the American League, as we know, because of the DH. But he's a finesse guy. I mean, when he came up, 92 to 94, he's at 90 now. He's got a great changeup. That's his big strikeout pitch, and that works. You know, he's a fly ball pitcher. Is that going to work well in Camden Yards? The Orioles pitch better at home than they do on the road, and I'm still mystified. So maybe he'll join the group, but I think it's an improvement. And again, they didn't have to give up Eduardo Rodriguez. They didn't have to give up a Josh Hader. They didn't give up a Zach Davies, who's won 11 or 12 games for Milwaukee. So they gave up Garrett Clevenger. You know, they like his arm, but he does have an ERA of over 6 runs a game, and you're getting somebody that's going to help your starter. So hopefully that'll be the case.
All right. As we said, Hellickson not here, so Buck Showalter will play with a short bench tonight. They will be -1, at least for this game. May be able to get somebody in here for Sunday if indeed Hellickson's not going to arrive until Monday. Lineups coming up. Yum. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. And we welcome you back, Arlington, Texas. Sunset time. Hot. BGE Home, Baltimore's home team for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Why would you call anyone else? 94 degrees, feels like 106. Winds are blowing left to right, but really don't affect the balls here. The stadium is so high. And it's been a very hot day today. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Orioles, brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. It'll be Jones, Machado, and Scope, Davis, Trumbo, and Mancini, Smith, Joseph, and Tejada. Jonathan Scope batting third this season. Those are the numbers hitting from that position. He, of course, moved up. He had been down 6, 5, not 4, but then up to 3, and that's suited him and the Orioles just fine.
And the starting pitcher, Austin Bibbins Dirks, the Orioles saw him in Baltimore, but not as a starter. He hadn't started a game in a month. So again, you can see, the fastball, the pitch and the one that people swing through, 17% of the whiffs are on the slider, but he's got a lot of pitches, got a lot of different arm angles. He has played, and we count the independent leagues, with 20 different professional teams. So he started all the way back in 2006 in Tacoma, and then he's worked his way up all the way to the big leagues. Came up a little bit last year. So again, somebody that could do a lot of things if you're Jeff Bannister, and because of certain circumstances or whatever, he gets a chance to start tonight.
He had been groomed as a young pitcher to be a closer. That was the hope when he was originally drafted, and then he was injured. He was out of baseball for almost 2 years, and then came back, and as Jim said, he has been all over the baseball creation. Dominican, Venezuelan winter leagues, Victoria in the Golden Baseball League. He was originally selected by Seattle, 16th round in 2006. So we talk about players who have paid the price in order to get to the major league level. This 32-year-old right-hander is indeed one of those.
Well, he was up just the road for Baltimore last year doing what Brad Bergeson is doing. He was playing for the Lancaster Barnstormers. He pitched in 10 games. I ran into Brad probably about 2 months ago, so he's doing that. He was actually having a cup of coffee with Brian Ebel, the assistant trainer for the Orioles. Brad, till that line drive at Billy Butler, it looked like he's going to have a nice career, so I certainly wish him well. But I mean, yeah, if you don't have some tenacity, you can't do what this young man here tonight. And what again, an opportunity. They're trying to get back in the race.
So here's the stage setting on this for the Orioles. They have lost 3 in a row. They are 1 shy of their most games below 500 this year. They're 48-54. They're 8 games behind the Yankees, who won again today. They are 6.5 out of the wild card spot, the second wild card, and they have 6 teams in front of them. For Texas, they're trying to get to 500. They're 50-52. They're way out of the division, 18 games behind, but they're 4.5 out of the wild card, and they have 4 teams in front of them to get to that second wild card spot.
Yeah, I just hope that the Orioles read the Fort Worth paper today, because they talked about what happened 2 years ago with this Texas Ranger team, where they came in, they got beat 21-5 by the Yankees. Now they got beat what, 22-10 by the Marlins on Wednesday, and they went 42-21, 18-10 and 18-10 in August and September. So it can be done. That's why they think they're in the race.
You have starting pitching.
Yeah, well, exactly. And they went out, and you know what they did that later? They traded for Cole Hamels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, but it can be done. You just have to play a little bit better, and you have to pitch.
Adam Jones, the leadoff batter, will take a strike on the inside corner. Adam had a 1 for 4 to open up the ball game last night, with Dirks having pitched against the Orioles only once. Limited number of at bats for the Orioles in the lineup, 1 or 2 times against him, and that's it. Works out of the stretch. Pitch will be launched in the air to left center field. It's hit deep, going back, warning track wall. Takes a hop at 390, up and over, and it'll be a ground rule double. So Adam Jones drills one into the outfield, and the Orioles get a runner at second to start the ball game.
Yeah, this is a big ballpark, and the wind doesn't hurt it because it carries everywhere. But I mean, in Camden Yards, it's 1-0. But we are in Texas. And this is the slider. This is the same pitch that Chris Davis hit for a grand slam. Dirks came in the bullpen. So again, you can't run it down. Gallo can't get to it. then just kind of hops into the seat for a ground rule double. But that's that slider that stays in the middle of the plate, and that becomes, and that's what Chris hit. It becomes very hittable because it's so flat.
Orioles only had 3 chances with a runner in scoring position last night, and they went 1 for 3. Now they get a chance on the second batter of the ball game. See if they can get themselves a lead. Manny Machado 0 for 4 in the game last night, and the pitch, a fastball, is going to be taken up high. Manny's having a very good month here in July. He has continued that along in the latter stages of the month, which is where we are right now, believe it or not. Hitting .308, 3 home runs in July. Jones, Adams got Elvis Anderson literally right behind him in his back pocket out there, holding him close. He backs off, and a ground ball that goes to third base. Beltre will spin 360, hold the runner, and get the out.
Yeah, take a look at the defense, and again, a vast ballpark here. Gallo, Gomez, and Mazara, who had a big night with 3 consecutive doubles to start. Beltre, 2 hits from 3,000. Andrus, Odor, Napoli, and then Jonathan Lucroy, who came over last year when they made their dash for the playoffs, ended up in the American League Championship Series.
There is Beltre, looking to be the 31st and only the 31st to reach 3,000 hits. As Jim said, he is 2 shy of that, having picked up 2 hits in the ball game last night. And oh, by the way, 62 consecutive games without committing an error at third base.
Well, 5-time Gold Glover on top of that.
Here is Jonathan Schoop, still out there at second. Pitch tails away from him. Jonathan, 3-game hit streak. He got the home run in the ball game last night, going 1 for 3.
Yeah, a little disappointing that Manny Machado did not take a shot to right field, because you want to make Schoop a better hitter, and of course he's having both back-to-back great months. I mean, all-star. Get the runner to third. Beltre did it last night, and it ended up having 8 runs. So again, no attempt whatsoever to hit the ball to the right side. And that's not the way you play team baseball.
Jonathan 7th with runners in scoring position. He also grounds to Beltre. Boy, those are the 2 outs they needed. A tag put on at first by Napoli before Schoop got to the bag, and there are 2 down, and Jones is still out there at second base. And
well, there you go. And again, you know, early on, and you know, he started the year down to AAA around Rock, and then he got called up. So again, it takes a while, and that's why it's so important. I mean, hit the ball to the right side, get a sacrifice fly, make Schoop a better hitter, and you're 1-0. Now, that's the way I would look at it, because who's pitching tonight? Kevin Gausman, and he's your best pitcher over the last month. But again, you know what? They roll over. He does what he can do, because he's not going to overpower this lineup. He's going to throw that little cutter and the little slider, drop the arm angle.
91, 92 will be as hard as he'll throw. So Chris Davis will look for the 2-out RBI. Pitch is there. He has a home run off the starter.
Yeah, there's that slider, just kind of lazy, meandering slider for 4 runs right there. In fact, 6 RBIs, a couple of home runs, one off of Tyson Ross, who started that game. Fastball up and away, hit it to left field at Camden Yard.
Runner off second. Good stop made behind the plate. Lucroy having to short hop that one, and that'll hold Adam Jones down at second base. The starter, he's making the start because of an injury. Tyson Ross is out of there. He's got a blister that prevents him from making the start. So this will be the man who's worked out of the bullpen and as a starter. He's 2-0 as a starter, 1-0 in the games in relief. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Chris Davis. Big potential RBI for the Orioles. You need some confidence, which is what a lead early in a ball game can give you. There's the shift put on. StatCast powered by AWS.
Got 2 hits last night. Hit a line drive on a fastball early on, and then a curveball off of Matt Bush to center field. Hit it so hard, Odor out in short right field could not come up with it.
Dirks 2-1 delivery on the way. Davis will take that up high, which is in large part in this at bat have been way up.
Yeah.
And the count goes 3-1.
Yeah, I think the first one was up and in, and Dirks got probably a little bit of a help there, and I think he thought well, give me that one, give me that one, the next one, but it's not the case.
He worked 2 1/3 innings in that game in relief against the Orioles. Gave up 2 runs, 6 hits in that ball game this year. 3-1 delivery on the way, and that's even higher. So Chris Davis will draw the walk, and the Orioles have runners on at first and second base for Mark Trumbo. Bill Burrow saying he hopes for 5. They're not expecting him to go deep into the ball game. You get somebody who hasn't started since the end of June, a month ago. You're just trying to get 5 good innings. Anything above and beyond that is extra. Mark Trumbo, 0 for 4 last night. His hitless streak has now extended to 0 for 15 for Mark. I'd like to get out of that right here. It's the ballpark where you might be able to do it. 268 average here, 11 home runs at Globe Life Park. 2 on and 2 down. Dirk's delivery to him. Strike call.
And that's a high strike, and you know he drops down. Well, he's already established going to call the high pitch tonight. Now that may be good initially, but if you linger there from 1991, you can get hit pretty hard.
Bruce Streckman, the home plate umpire, historically will give a percentage of those close calls to the pitcher. 0-1. Shift on in the infield against Trumbo. Staying inside on him, will miss down low with that one. And a 1-ball, 1 strikeout. Big crowd on hand here tonight. This ballpark seats a little over 48,000. And they're going to come close to, I don't know, 42, 43, I think. One of the reasons TREY. Secondly, it was a double bobblehead giveaway night. So they had a big crowd anyway. But people coming to see history if he can get 3,000 hits. Reach that mark tonight. 1 ball, 1 strikeout. Trumbo will foul that one back off the end. Takes a walk across the plate. Not real happy with himself on that one.
Well, the first pitch that he thought, and again when you're slumping, as you mentioned, 0 for 15, you know he's the first guy to tell you, you know what, it's not about confidence going to breed success. I want to get hits, and when I get hits, then I'm confident. So he's 0 for 15, and then you got a questionable pitch. And it's not only that, Gary, but what it does, it gets him behind in the count. So chases a little bit there. Maybe it was a hittable pitch, and now all of a sudden, when you're slumping, you're not seeing the ball very well. You don't have a good idea of what's a ball and what's a strike.
191 for Mark in the month of July. Runners off first and second base. Dirks the look back in the 1-2 delivery. Trumbo goes after it. That'll be foul. He had to reach more of a protect swing that time than a real good cut.
Well, those are the kind of swings that get you out of slumps because it keeps the bat alive. You know, when you're in the throes of it, you're maybe 0 for 9, and on your way to 0 for 10, you swing through that ball and put a one hopper back to the pitcher.
Trumbo this year with runners in scoring position, 255. Number has dropped here in July a little bit. He's been pretty consistent. Big at bat early on. 1-2 delivery on the way by Dirks, and he reaches and struck him out. So the Orioles get a leadoff double, and they cannot put a run across, leaving 2 on base. Kevin Gausman to the mound. In Texas, a number taking the opportunity to come here for the first time. Let's take a look at the lineup. Kevin Gausman will be facing CHOO Andrus, Mazzara, Beltre, Napoli, ODOR, Gomez, Lucroy, and Gallo. Mazzara, the last 3 games, 3 doubles last night, 7 for his last 12.
Yeah, for Kevin Gausman, he's been on a roll. Won his last 4 games, 3 in this month. 4-seam fastball. You know, he throws it a lot, but again, staying out of the middle of the plate, which is what he's been able to do, and then staying. And when he does that, he stays behind it. You know, he's made some adjustments. The splitter, of course, you know, all the numbers are inflated because he had a horrible start this year. So just think, I mean, he's only had 1 year, and it was 2014 when he was 7-7. So if he wins tonight, for the first time since then, he will have a winning record.
Yep, 7-7 is where he is right now. SHIN-SOO CHOO is 3 for 11 with a home run off Gausman. Will lead it off. He's their DH. Takes a strike on the inside corner. He figured in the game early last night, even though he ended up with an 0 for 2. He ended up picking up 2 very important walks in his first 2 at-bats. Mazara drove him in the first time, and Elvis Andrus the second time on a home run. He is 5th in the American League in free passes. SHIN-SOO CHOO. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Kevin's delivery to him, that'll be lifted the other way and foul. Gausman is 1-0 this year against Texas. Lifetime mark is 2-2. Very good ERA career, 3.58 against Texas. He's had 2 starts in this ballpark, not so good. 0-2 with a 6.17. CHOO will go after that one, and again jammed a little bit and fouls it off.
Yeah, home run against the Orioles in Camden Yards earlier in the month, and that was to the opposite field.
These at-bats are typical CHOO.
Yeah. Well, but you have to understand that. I mean, everybody, they know what he is. You know, you can get him out inside. You know, he's not a great breaking ball hitter, but you also know that if you go 3-2, he's willing to take a walk, or he's willing to take a strikeout. He doesn't mind going deep in the count.
And he'll take that pitch, and that's going to be away. 2 in a row, just missing outside, so he gets the full count as he is apt to do.
And you just kind of know that. And you know, all fastballs early on, and then a couple of splitters that tumbled, didn't go down, and you're right where he kind of wants you because you got to throw him a strike here.
Full count delivery, and CHOO will take it inside. He gets on again. That's the 50th walk for Kevin Gausman this year, and that's the 4th highest in the American League.
Yeah, so take a look at the defense, and of course there is no defense for walks. Mancini, Jones, and Smith. Machado, Tejada, Scope, and then Davis and Caleb Joseph getting a chance to catch tonight.
We'll bring Elvis Andrus, the shortstop, up. Came into last night's game with an 0 for 16 against the Orioles this year, and ended up 2 for 4 with a home run and a couple of RBIs off the long ball.
Well, the same thing happened, and then he shot a good slider from Tillman into right field for a 1st and 3rd situation. Mazara had a double, and 3 hitters, you're down 2-0. And the thing about Andrus, I mean, he's got 35 multi-hit games. And, you know, that home run last night, as you mentioned last night, Gary, career high at 14. But he could still hit his singles to right with the best of them.
CHOO is on first base. That ball's towards the middle, not hit hard though. Flip back like Tejada. I don't think they got him. Ball's dropped anyway.
Yeah, that's
very tough flip position for Tejada.
Yeah, and again, CHOO's getting a good secondary lead, so that's a base hit off the bat, even if you catch it. You know, Andrus runs too well. He's got 20 steals. You know he's a runner. And I mean, it's really just it's just a ground ball, fast infield. And because you're going away from second base, you know, if you were about 3-4 feet away, might have done what we saw Echeverria do down in Tampa, just kind of flip the ball. But that's a long toss. No way of making that play.
I think we just saw Elvis Andrus display how you avoid sliding by the bag. Sit on it. That's pretty good. He just sat on it. So in trouble again. 16 first inning runs off Gausman. That's an inning high for him. CHOO rather at second base. Andrus on at first with a base hit, and here's Mazara. Pitch to him will be taken inside for a strike. A lot of chances last night. 4 for 13 with runners in scoring position for Texas. And NOMAR Mazara picking up 2 RBIs in that ball game, and here again in his first at bat he gets another chance. .315 hitter in these situations this year. MAZARA goes after one. It was up and he fouls it away.
Yeah, all the hits were away last night. And, again, we get all these numbers, but maybe, again, I don't, it depends who's pitching, but he's hitting 099. That's under 100. That's under 1 for 10 on inside fastballs. So now you're back into the count where you want to be. If you're sitting on the bench last night, if you're Kevin Gausman, you go, boy, he can hit the ball away. Got 3 pitches away, hit 3 doubles. So try to go in if you can. That's where they're sitting right here.
0-2 delivery on the way. MAZARA goes after it to first base. Davis chance for 2. There's one. Tejada. Gausman covers and they get the out. A big double play with Kevin Gausman coming over there to find the bag in time before he got the baseball.
Yeah, he makes a nice pitch because he forces him to pull the ball, and then Chris Davis. There you go, right here, bang, bang, spring training, revisited. Everybody, you can't yell get over there because you're trying to make the play, but normally that's what they yell, and you can see Kevin Gausman somewhere around the bag with that right foot.
And the crowd on their feet, as they will be all night whenever TREY is coming to the plate. 2 for 4 last night. 2 hits shy of 3,000 to become the 31st player ever to have 3,000 hits. And of course, everybody here at the ballpark wants to be part of history and see it. Pitch on the way to him. TREY with a big cut. I looked at the numbers today. This is really when he reaches 3,000, it is a truly magic baseball moment. There have been 19,075 major league players in 147 years, and 30 have had 3,000 hits out of 19,000 plus. Pitch on the way and a ground ball towards the hole. Tejada's got it. He's got a long throw to make. One hopper. Davis makes the nice play and records the out.
Yeah, saves him a run.
No runs, yeah. 1 hit, no errors, and a base runner left on at third. So both teams chances in the first cannot convert. From Joppatown, 500 for being selected, 500 more for every Orioles home run hit tonight. Play Home Run Rich's scratch-offs went up to 50,000 or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/homerun. Good luck, Fred. Orioles bat here in the second inning. Trey Mancini, Smith, and then Joseph. The Orioles here in the month of July are now 9-14. Will not have a winning month of July. Rangers have moved back to 500 for the month as they are 11-11. Pitch on the way and it will be taken. Welcome those of you on WJZ picking up the ball game tonight. Your own Mark Viviano with a note he passed along that the Orioles clinching their 3rd straight losing month. First time the Orioles have had 3 consecutive losing months since 2011. That is going to be fouled off, and that of course came after the great start to the season.
Now 22-10, first 32 games. We mentioned it last night. The Rangers started out 13-19 and then won 10 in a row. Kind of righted the ship, to at least get him back towards the 500 and a little bit over.
1 ball, 1 strike count on Trey. Mancini will take the pitch inside. Again, moving it around. The 91-mile-an-hour fastball is very hittable if you get it over the plate.
But he hasn't done that, and when he got ahead of Mark Trumbo, he dropped down and threw a perfect slider low and away for the strikeout.
Mancini waiting on the 2-1 delivery, and he'll go to third. That's a foul ball.
Yeah, I mean, there's another slider that's up. So, you know, again, if you live in the middle of the zone, you're going to get it hard. That's what Adam Jones hit for the double. But again, that slider got both Schoop and Manny out without Manny advancing Adam Jones. And he was able to pitch out of the inning. And that's what he is. You don't pitch for 20 professional teams since 2006 and don't have a little pitchability.
Is that for a rubber arm? Durability. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Dirks on the way to Mancini, and that'll be a 1 hopper out in front. Trey continuing up there among the leaders as far as the rookies are concerned. Right where he's been about the last 2.5 months. 3rd in batting and slugging, 5th in on base percentage, tied for 5th in RBIs among rookies, and 6th among rookies in home runs. Full count. Mancini will go after it and drill it. They're just going to turn around and watch.
Wow.
Way back.
Wow.
And goodbye home run. What a shot into the bleacher area. The fence is 404, and that was way beyond the fence, over the bullpens and to the back of the bleachers. And the Orioles have a 1-0 lead.
Well, he's thrown 8 home runs, minimal starts, 5 starts. So again, he can't live in the middle of the plate, and that's a 3-2 get me over fastball, and it gets launched. I would imagine that ball probably went about, I would say, I'm giving that a 459. Wow. I was going to give it in the 438 to 440 range.
4.59's the figure they're telling us. Here is Smith. Orioles up in the dinger.
Well, just imagine you come in here. I mean, it's a hot night, and you're sitting where this ball is going to land. You're going, there's no possible way we're going to bring our gloves because we're never going to get the ball out here. Yes, you are. In fact, it's right over your head.
Where did he lift that one? That's Smith waiting on it. Mancini had not played in this ballpark before last night. He had an 0 for 4. So the first hit he gets here is the monster home run.
He hadn't been getting a lot of fastballs in the middle of the plate to hit because he's been hitting so well. So I mean, they're going softer and trying to run the ball in on him and try to get him out on his front foot. It was well connected.
Shift put on against Seth. Smith will take the off-speed pitch in there, 2-1.
Anything but a fastball and a 2-0 count.
So the Orioles use the long ball against this Texas team that lives and dies by the home run. Orioles, of course, not quite as obliged to the homer as the Rangers are, but very much relying on it. Their 145th home run. Smith will foul that one back, and that was a big time cut.
Well, there's another of your fastball, and I think Jonathan Lucroy is going to come out in front of home plate and go, I don't think we want to. But again, I mean, ideally for Dirks, he'd like to get ahead, which he hasn't. Otherwise, you're either going to have to pitch backwards or you're going to get hit hard.
Dirks has given up a dozen home runs in just 46 innings pitched. So it's the problem when you don't have an overpowering pitch. You shift on against Seth. 2-2 delivery on the way by Dirks, and that'll be down low, and another 3-2 count.
Yeah, I always kind of, you look who you're going to pitch against, and I think for Chris Tillman last night, he had back-to-back games, at least against Texas, against Cashner. So Cashner pitched great in Baltimore, and he pitched really well last night. Lost in Baltimore, won last night because they got him 8 runs. And there he is. So you kind of know if you're pitching against Kevin Gausman.
That ball will be to first base. The flip will be made. Dirks covering. Napoli gets it to him. 1 away. The Orioles are going to open up a 3-game series on Monday with the red-hot Kansas City Royals. On Tuesday, all fans get the Jonathan Scope T-shirt. Tickets start as low as $15. You can get yours at Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. Royals with yet another big comeback win in the ball game last night as Kansas City is seemingly unstoppable at this point, a 9-game win streak. Cleveland has won 8. Cleveland leads the division by 2. Two hottest teams in the division in baseball at the top of that division. And the pitch will be taken up high. Caleb Joseph gets the start, did not play in the ball game last night. Caleb, of course, has been on a tear at the plate in the ball games where he's had a chance to get in. He has come through for the Orioles, not just with base hits, but some extra base hits, doubles. Swing and a miss.
I'm going to hit that one, but yeah, he's done a nice job. And then, of course, he's a very, very good defensive catcher and game call.
371 is average in July. Tejada will be on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Dirks that high set, and he puts one way up in the air, center field, going back. Gomez looking, and goodbye into the bullpen. So Caleb Joseph joins the home run sweepstakes here in the 2nd inning, makes it a 2-0 game. Caleb's 5th of the year and his 20th RBI.
Yep, tee it high and let it fly. Great place to hit fly balls in this ballpark. Right center, the ball jets out of here. Caleb, run number 5, RBI.
The Orioles, 2 home runs on 3 hitters here in the inning, and the Orioles take a 2-0 lead. The Orioles came in being out-homered on the road this year, 76-63. 76-65 now. Caleb Joseph.
Loving it. Well, he's loving that high slider that just kind of, that big flag that said, kind of like, do not disturb. This one said hit me.
Here is Tejada.
Yeah, check this slider out. We talked about the ones in the middle of the plate. They just don't do much, except, oh, yes, they do. They get reversed. This is similar to the pitch that Chris Davis hit for the Grand Slam, and he knows, right around. Pitching now 11 years.
Dirk's delivery will be nubbed.
Going to probably go fair.
Yep, right on the line. Dropped by Napoli and didn't get him. Oh my Lord, what an error that is. He got the baseball. He didn't get it. Then he picked it up. Then he dropped it. Then he tried to put a tag on, and Tejada had already gone by him.
Yeah, he tried to get it because it was fair. It came back fair. This is 2 nights in a row. Balls right off the end of the bat that just moving all over the place. And he boxed it last night. This time he definitely inside the line. And then again, Tejada again. He runs hard enough to get by him, and right there he cannot. Well, I'll tell you what. He got him, missed him with the glove, but the ball was in the hand. So I wonder if they'll look at this.
They're looking at it in the Texas video room, and the decision on whether or not to challenge. He's run out of time here. And Mike Everett, the
30 seconds.
Yeah, Mike Everett, the crew chief's coming over, and they are going to challenge it.
Yeah, because again, the first angle says, well, he doesn't get him with a glove, but watch the right hand. Nope, didn't get him. That's a wasted challenge. Whoever gave him the advice. Now, yeah, that's not an easy job sitting down there, but you get all these angles and you got to come up with it in 30 seconds. Talk about pressure.
Your answer, please.
$464,000. So now we say, hit it harder. That's 2 nights in a row. The old Minnesota Fats pool cue shots. Very effective.
I have not seen a season. Generally, if one ball hit like that goes down the line and comes back fair, it's a lot. This year, we've had 3 or 4.
We had one against Longoria. We've had probably half a dozen in the last month. Well, I think the ball's wound tighter. Seams are lower. Aerodynamically, I think it's maybe not with global warming, but it's close to that.
Yeah, the fans are applauding the video they're watching on the big board, but I don't.
But there's one definitive angle that shows where he never touched him. And that was going to be right there. So again, yeah.
So they've got the ruling from New York, and he is safe.
No kidding. Yeah.
That'll be an error on Napoli.
Yeah, it's funny how they didn't show the people here, and there are again, you know, Adrian Beltre night. You know, as he searched for 3,000 hits, they didn't show him the definitive angle.
They only showed the one where you couldn't tell.
Right.
So the Orioles, they've had 4 up in the inning, 2 home runs and now an error, and Tejada's on at first base for Adam Jones. Adam picked up a double his first time up. So Adam, a .301 average here in this ballpark, has added to it already. And the Orioles have a 2-0 lead, 2 runs on 3 hits. Tejada will edge off against Napoli at first base. It's a very strange error. You see many of those like that down the line. Dirk's even a longer set. Adam goes after the first pitch and fouls it back.
Now take a look, and you know, again going the other way, and there you go. Look at the average. So early on, what do they say? Use the whole field, and when he does, and again, it's only 31%. The average over 300. Other than that, 50, maybe what, 80 points lower. It just makes it harder to, you know, the scouts say, hey, how are you going to pitch him? Well, harder now. He's hitting the ball right.
He'll take the pitch at the knees for a strike.
And what do you know? And again, I think you just, and we've seen him not only take it to right, but take it with power.
Here in July, hitting .305. His 6 home runs are tied for 8th most in the month. And in that leadoff spot, .328 batting average. This is the 15th game he has hit leadoff, and it's been a very productive time spent in that spot. Not a big lead over there at first base. And a throw over and a fall back into the base for Ruben. Orioles trying to set up a rubber match for tomorrow after losing the ball game last night 8-2. Kevin Gausman trying to get a win. He hasn't lost in his last 6. 4 wins, 2 no decisions. Pitch on the way, and that's going to go to short. Andrus, ODOR, Napoli. The Orioles all will come up with a couple of runs. They do it on 2 hits, an error, nobody left on base. Trey Mancini launched one, number 17. He would be followed a batter later by Caleb Joseph, picking up number 5. The Orioles are up 2-0. Orioles starters has been a little bit better, but not good. Kevin Gausman has led the charge.
Yeah, he's been better. Yeah. Well, it's just inconsistency. And, you know, there have been some good games, not enough. And you have 2 months to change that.
Kevin, as we said, coming off the 6 games without a loss, you would like to
Well,
put some big innings up here.
I mean, I've been reading, and it makes sense. I mean, Buck Showalter said it, Dan Duquette, the vice president of baseball operations, their track record, they're better than this. So it's been done, but you, as a player, and you find this when you play, you're the only one that can make it happen. And whatever that takes, you attempt to do. And Wellington Castillo said, hey, we're trying the best we can. Now, that hasn't quite been as good as they would like.
Mike Napoli's got a 3-game hit streak. He'll go into the shift on a soft liner. Jonathan Scope is over there. He gets it. These are the numbers that have helped Kevin Gausman over the last couple of starts.
Well, he's pitched well, and they've gotten him 15 runs. So, 5 and 10. And, again, the 5 was the shutout down in Tampa. You go to Tampa, they got a nice hitting ball club. And, they didn't have a chance because he was ahead of them. He used all his pitches. He pitched 6 innings. Obviously, when you leave after 6 innings in the last 2 starts, bullpen has to come in, and he did. Bullpen's healthy.
Where Jeremy Hellickson fits in, Buck Showalter refused to go into it, as Hellickson will be joining the Orioles in Baltimore when they go home on Monday.
Well, he did get in the car accident where his car was hit from behind on the way to the airport because hopefully his girlfriend was doing well. She had to go to the emergency room. So I think that's why he was kind of treading water, saying, hey, well, let's see how he is physically.
Odor at an 0 for 4 in the ball game last night. Shift put on against him. 4 for 11 off the Orioles starter. Pumps that one in the air. Adam Jones drifting back, and he'll put it away. And there are a couple of quick outs here in the second inning. Help support the patients and families at the University of Maryland Medical Center by attending a special fundraising event for Shannon's Fund on Friday, August 18 at Oriole Park. Ticket packages begin as low as $50. They include a game ticket and an exclusive pregame barbecue. For tickets and more info, go to Orioles.com/Shannon's. 2 down and nobody on. Here's Carlos Gomez. Gomez a 1 for 4 and a couple of RBIs in the ball game last night. Gausman's pitch to him will be at the knees on the corner.
That's amazing. Again, the numbers of all the major league hitters, he swings at the first pitch more often, 52% of the time. That was in the 48th percentile. There's a high slider that he swings right through.
Hitting only .208 over the last 27 games. His average has dropped precipitously from .267 to .245 in that span, even with all the runs his Texas team's been scoring. Gomez will take that one, and it is way outside for the ball.
What, 28 runs in their last 3 games? I mean,
they scored 8+ in each of them.
Yeah, they get beat 22, but 22 to 10. They still put 10 on the board.
What's really amazing is that it's a record. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Punches one out. So Gomez on with a 2-out single. Scoring 8 more runs in 3 consecutive games is the 3rd longest streak in the past 4 seasons for this Texas team, which has been an offensive ball club over those years. LaCroix did not play in the ball game last night. He'll get a start here. Jeff Bannister switching the catchers when they're playing in this heat. You really got to get them in and out, especially with a day game tomorrow where the temperature in all likelihood will be over 100 degrees at game time. LaCroix a 1 for 3 lifetime off Kevin Gausman. Hit number 2 for Texas is on at first base in Gomez.
Yeah, Jonathan not having the type of year because he came over last year. I mean, career high 24 home runs, lifetime 284 hitter, 245 with 4 home runs.
He's 1 for 10 against the Orioles this year, and that's a home run.
A potential free agent.
Runner goes. Throw down by Caleb is there, and he is safe underneath the tag of Jonathan Scope. Pretty good throw. So Gomez will get a stolen base.
Yeah, don't run a lot on Kevin Gausman, but he gets a huge jump. Nice throw, accurate. And if he, he can't sustain the tag because I think it came off the bag. Now watch if he can, and he does this as well as anybody. But if he keeps the tag on him, does he? So again, what they're going to look at. He tags the ground, and that left hand beats him the glove to the body.
So Gomez picking up the stolen base, his 8th. He is 8 for 12, gets himself in scoring position. Now LaCroix gets the RBI opportunity. Big lead at second, and the pitch will be taken for a strike, and the count goes to 1-2. So Kevin just needing it out here to keep that run at second base. Potential run off the board. LaCroix's got the defense straight up against him. Outfield moves in a couple of steps in center and right. Osmond will look back. LaCroix started with a 9-iron, didn't go. No. There's Siegel down at first base.
Yeah, good. Caleb Joseph saying, "What's the bat?" Yeah, and he did hold up, and then. Another thing, you wonder why Kevin Gausman is pitching a little bit better. The runner in scoring position numbers come down to 274 when it was over 300, 290.
That's going to go towards the hole. Scope was playing the other way. He'll get to it though. Trouble out of the glove, but gets it there in time for the no runs, 1 hit, no errors. The base runner left on. Orioles with a couple of dingers here at the yard. Lead 2-0. To look forward to Miller time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Harry Thornton, Palmer with you. The Orioles with the 2 home runs. Trey Mancini, Caleb Joseph. Texas has given up the 6th most home runs surrendered by their pitching staff. They've hit 155. They've given up 140. And Dirk's 2 of them in the ball game tonight, and 13 of them on the season. Manny Machado, Jonathan Scope, Chris Davis be up for the Orioles. Manny grounded out his first time up. Dirk's delivery to him, big cut on a pretty good looking pitch right there.
Yeah, so Manny, and what did he say when we did the interview with him down in Tampa? He said, "Stand with a plan. It's not cool by. Use right center field. You'll hit your home runs. The average will go up. And take the walks and let the guy behind you pass the baton," is the phrase, I guess. You don't want to pitch to you, pitch to the next guy.
Delivery to him. Manny will pop that one up. Interesting note. Thank Eric Nadell, who's the radio broadcaster for Texas, passed along a note that Manny can kind of smile at, I think. At the same age as Beltre, same age, this date, Beltre had 779 hits. Manny has 790. 0-2 the count. Machado will take the pitch up high. He's been a lot tonight with those pitches, and a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Will Manny be the 30-something member of the 3,000 hit club? It takes a lot of sustained greatness, but he may have it in him.
Yeah, this is Beltre's, what, 19th year.
1-ball, 2-strike delivery on the way. That ball is going to be pumped to right field over towards the corner. MAZARA will go over there and put it away, and Manny is retired. Let's take a look at our PNC minor league report. PNC for the achiever in you.
Well, they love this kid. They like him in spring training. He did have the hamstring problem, so you can, you can see that he not only here was he on on the disabled list, but he's kind of laughing, not about him, because he's had a great year. It's the fact we now have a flashlight or a lighting facility here.
You laughing at my light?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you have the military flashlight. You do. I bought one of those.
You did?
2 months ago.
Oh. It's very dark here when the sun starts going down. Here's Jonathan Scope. I told the Texas broadcasters, why is it you have the fluorescent lights built right above you where you broadcast from? And here in the visitors booth, our lights are 50 feet back.
Well, you know, Eric Nadel is in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
So
that must be it.
I think he brings his own spotlight wherever he goes.
And that one is tagged. That one a line drive, rising as it takes one hop, bounces off, going to go for 2. Throw comes in, no chance. Jonathan Scope has got himself a 1-out double.
So double by Jones, 2 home runs, Mancini and Joseph, and now Scope with a double. So 4 extra base hits. Only 1 out here in the 3rd. Yeah, there's Joey Gallo. He's going to turn around and just play it off the wall, which he does a nice job of.
That's his 100th career double, kind of a magic mark, and his 50th extra base hit of the season. He now is tied with Aaron Judge for 3rd most extra base hits in the American League. Jonathan Scope. So he's in scoring position for Chris Davis. Chris drew a walk his first time up. 1 down, runner on at second. Orioles with 4 hits in the ball game. And Dirk's not fooling anybody here. The Orioles are getting some good cuts off the emergency starter. Shift on. ODOR's way out there in right field. Pitch way up high for a ball. ODOR's going to need a third baseman shortstop arm to throw from where he is on a ground ball. About as deep as you can go.
Well, the other thing is Chris Davis. I don't think I can ever remember him not running hard at first base. So again, it makes the play difficult, and you really better come in and charge the ball from that position.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can see he's just trying to get up and in, and you know, again, when you start, you can relieve. Buck Showalter talks about it with matchups and whatever. Some pitchers, you can get a guy out one time. You know, as a starter, this is the 2nd time already. We're in the 3rd inning, so they've seen the velocity, they've seen the movement. You know, they already knew from the scouting report and the film what he throws when he has a tendency to throw. So it becomes more difficult 2nd time through the order.
2-0 as a starter, 4.3 ERA. 6th start of the year. Opponents have hit .234 against him in those starts. The Orioles doing much better than that right now. And Davis another one not close. So 3 that are not close. We really wanted nothing to do with Davis the first time around, and we're seeing the same thing on Chris's 2nd at bat against Dirks. 32-year-old right-hander. Yes, first base open here, but
those are
nobody
not,
out.
yeah, that's not the ratio you want. 26 strikes to 20 balls when you're a finesse guy. You got to throw more strikes than that.
Scope off second base. Davis on 2nd time walk. The only 2 Dirks has given up. So with 1 away, the Orioles have 2 on. And another chance to put some runs up on the board. For every Orioles walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 supporting the American Diabetes Association. Orioles have drawn 263 walks, total of $13,150. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Scope at 2nd, Davis at 1st, Trumbo another shot. He struck out in the 1st inning. Net runners on at 1st and 2nd. Same situation for him, only this time only 1 away. Orioles up 2-zip. Dirk's delivery to him. Trumbo up high, foul tipped it into the mitt.
Yeah, he's given him all kinds of different arm angles, and he dropped down and struck him out. So he will throw from the maybe a little bit lower than 3/4 arm angle, both the curve ball and the slider. That's what Mark struck out on. Yeah, the Orioles have a chance to do what Texas did to them last night, which is get an early lead and then add on to it.
Texas bullpen has been a real problem for them. That pitch is just a little bit low again, drops down. He'll go down to that almost sidearm delivery a number of times in the course of the game. Orioles 0 for 3 so far tonight in these situations. All those opportunities coming in the 1st inning. Mark, 1 ball, 1 strike count. Dirks delivers to him. That's going to be way outside. And the count will go to 2-1. Dirks working off the third base side of that slab, so when he drops down on these right-handers, he's really sidewinding it in.
He's coming right at him.
Scope off second base and Davis off first. Trumbo will step out.
Yeah, you're just hoping, if you're rooting for the Orioles, it doesn't have to be a rocket somewhere, and even a broken bad Beltry base hit. Saw one off, get it over the infield for an RBI and a little confidence builder.
2-1 delivery on the way. Trumbo takes the off-speed breaking ball outside. So Dirks in a hole again as he works behind the hitters. 3-ball, 1-strike count. Almost painful to watch Dirks pitch.
Well, you know, and then again, if he goes back and it's what you do when you pitch, you revisit, your sequences. He's already hung a slider. Joseph hit that in the bullpen. Jones hit that pitch for the leadoff double. Fastballs have been hit hard by Scope and a home run by Mancini. So got to figure something out on the fly.
And that will load him up. So the walk is the third issued by Dirks, the second consecutive here in the inning as Davis and Trumbo.
Yeah, and you force Jeff Bannister to do what he needs to do. As you look at the highest average with runners in scoring position, Mancini leading the pack. It's pretty select company right there.
Our Coons.com league leaderboard. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons.
And you're in the pennant race. They keep talking about making this run. You got what, 30, maybe 39, 40,000 people here. Doug Brocail's going to come out, and what are you going to tell him? Throw more strikes? Well, when he does, the stuff just hasn't been very sharp. But I'm sure he's going to say, "Hey, make a pitch, and maybe with one pitch you can get a double play ball." Tony Barnett, second year with the Rangers, going to get loose.
Well, they'll break up the conversation. Strikeman goes out. Here's Trey Mancini, who's already launched one.
Yeah, 3-2 fastball right down the middle, and the Orioles lead by 1. Trey's 17th home run, 54th RBI, went 459 feet.
So Mancini with a chance to blow the doors off this early, a 2-0 lead. Maybe get Dirks out of the ball game and get to that tenuous bullpen. Mancini's 17th of the year. He's now 2 for 3 in the times he has faced Dirks this year. Infield will play at double play depth with a 1 out in the inning. Mancini will take the pitch, and that will be on the outside corner for a strike, and that's what Dirks has got to do. He has to fine-tune pitches. Tonight he's not been able to get that done so far.
Yeah, when you're not a stuff guy, you can't overpower anybody. Throw enough strikes to get him to swing at balls. And when he does that, he's been effective. When he doesn't, he's been getting hit hard.
0-1, there are your runners. Outfield deep. Dirks delivery to him. That'll miss down low. Trying to keep it out of that power zone. And the evens the count up at a ball and a strike. Dirks says on the year with runners on base, hitters are only hitting .212 against him and .273 when the bases are empty. The Orioles home runs both have been solo shots in the ball game. 1-1 delivery on the way. Mancini a chopper. Runners coming home. They're going to go for one. Relay to first. Not going to get the double play. So Mancini will pick up his second RBI of the ball game. Jonathan Scope with the 1-out double will cross the plate, and the Orioles have a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, so Dirks does make a good pitch, low and away slider, but he doesn't hit into the double play because he hits it on the end of the bat, and they can't turn it. Get another run right here. I love this angle right here because that's what Mancini's looking at. And there's your 4-6, but no 3.
So Mancini 55 runs batted in with the 2 he's added to it tonight. So runners now in the corners, first and third for the Orioles, and that will bring Seth Smith to the plate. Smith a ground ball out, his first time up. Seth this year limited chances, 8 for 41 with runners in scoring position on the year. Seth had an 0 for 2 in the ball game, then came out for a pinch hitter late. Shift on against him with 2 down. And on the off speed over the top.
A nice little changeup. Yeah, it's amazing when you've been up what as you mentioned, 8 for 41. You throw a 2 for 3 or a 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position, and all of a sudden it shoots up into about the 220, 230 range, and get more comfortable. You don't press as much.
You can get out of this inning allowing only 1 run. A major accomplishment for Dirks. Outfield shades a bit to left. Big gap in right center. 0-1 delivery to Smith. Tags it. That's going to be a base hit. That'll get another one in. MAZARA will get it into second base. Good job of hitting by Smith. He gets an RBI. That will score Chris Davis, and it's 4-0.
Yeah, they kind of go away from the book. You know, again, really good fastball hitter. They start him out with strike 1, and then they try to throw a fastball by him. He does not get it in. And there's your result. It's so hard that ODOR can't catch it. And so now it's 4-0, exactly the way the game went last night with the Orioles, exactly where Texas is, down by 4 in the 3rd inning.
23 RBIs picked up by Seth on the year. Runners at first and second base. Mancini moves down a base. And here's Caleb Joseph. 5th home run into the bullpen, first time up. And he will take the pitch at the knees for a strike. For Joseph, he's had 3 hits, 5 at bats against Texas. All the opportunities he's had this year, taking advantage of them. Outfield straight up on him. And Dirk's trying to find a way out. He has walked 3, struck out 1. One of the walks scoring in this inning, the one to Chris Davis. 0-1 delivery. That ball in the air, right center field. Gomez. He's got it. And that will do it. The Orioles pick up 2 more runs and extend the lead for Kevin Gausman. 4-0. There, they've outscored the second best American League team, Cleveland, by 29 runs. They did lose to Detroit today. Houston's 40 home runs are the best in the American League here in July. And Boston will head into August with the best July ERA in the league, 3.16. However, they dropped a half a game behind the Yankees last night. Yankees won today. They're now a game behind New York.
The Red Sox are losing today, I believe. They came back.
Will bring us some finals. I think they tied the ball game up in the 5th.
4-4. They're down 4-2.
Here is Gallo. Goes after the first pitch. Skies it way back. Adam Jones at the wall. Up and made the catch. Adam Jones has robbed him of a home run to deep center field as Gallo launched one, a moonshot, and Adam timed it perfectly.
Well, we talked about it last night. He hits him over the clouds, and because you do that, Adam, playing a little deeper this year, has a chance to get back. Now, he did, talking about Gallo, hit a home run off of Gausman. Same pitch as this. Right off the bat, you think, well, Camden Yard's probably out of here. There's Adam. He's back, and he's going to have plenty of time, and then jumps it perfectly. Go back and think about what Carlos Gomez did in Baltimore, clanked it off of Chris Davis's, and the difficulty of this day, once the glove actually hit the top of the wall, and when it does that, easily the ball could have come out of it.
Great play by Adam Jones. That ball was in the webbing and almost snow coned when it hit that fence.
Yeah, again, the force of the glove actually going over the wall and then downward. 4 Gold Gloves.
What a play.
A little glitter on that catch.
Pitch taken inside by SHIN-SOO CHOO. CHOO, the leadoff batter, drew a walk his first time up. So the Orioles D's come to the fore. Gallo tried to hit that a foot longer. That ball down the line in the game of inches known as baseball continues to be just that.
Well, that and the fact they walked CHOO and then he got the double play. So he got out of the first. Yeah, they get him the lead. He gets a shutdown inning. They get him a couple more runs. That's what that catch does if you can get the next 2 hitters out. We always talk about shutdown innings. That's been difficult for a lot of the Oriole pitchers this year, especially the starter.
Kevin Gausman with a 2-1 delivery on the way, and CHOO will swing late on that one.
Yeah, he's still 2-2. Gary hadn't been able because the innings have been so brief. He hasn't even established the splitter yet. It was the first good one.
CHOO will be followed by Elvis Andrus. Shift on all the way around against CHOO, and the pitch taken down low for a ball. CHOO, DH against the Orioles this year. He has gone 5 for 16 with a home run, 3 RBIs. He's got a dozen homers in his career against Oriole pitchers. Leadoff spot with some power. Gausman's delivery will be a base hit. Went the other way into left field. Played back in by Mancini, and a 1-out single for CHOO. On Tuesday, the Royals are going to be in town, and all fans will receive a Jonathan Schoop t-shirt. Then on Saturday, the first 25,000 fans 15 and over receive the Jonathan Schoop bobblehead presented by Ocean City, Maryland. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. Jonathan with the homestand coming up.
Jonathan week in the Royals, as we mentioned, 9 wins in a row. He's coming into today.
Here's Elvis Andrus. Andrus, a base hit his first time up. He extends his hit streak now to 5 ball games. 3 hits on the board for Texas. Takes the inside corner pitch. During the streak, 7 hits, 20 at bats, 1 home run, and 3 RBIs. Texas now has got him on a comeback. Gausman looking for the shutdown, and the ground ball would get that right ear. Pitch will be way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Kevin 30 and 38 in his career. 1-0 this year and 2-2 lifetime against the Rangers. Working on a night where it won't be hard to keep the arm warm. Quick throw. 1 base stolen against him tonight. So he's keeping an eye over there. Gomez got a stolen base in the second, but stranded. Pitch on the way, arms up, and it's underneath. 2-1. CHOO has 9 stolen bases, 9 for 11, so he is a legitimate threat. But with the Rangers down 4-0 here in the third.
Yeah, the only way you run is was Baldo, where pretty done deal. I mean, they are second in the American League with 80 steals. Now make it 81.
Pitch by Gausman. That'll be popped back and out of play. Got him coming in on the hands a little bit. 2 ball, 2 strike count.
I mean, that's why it's so important to field your position. We already saw him do that when he covered first base. Got out of the first inning because of that. The double play, 3-6-3, or actually 3-6-1. You don't see that very often.
Base stealers have gone 5 out of 7 against Kevin on the year, including the one tonight. 2 ball, 2 strike count. CHOO not going anywhere at first, and that'll be fouled off. Straight back. So Andrus keeps the at bat alive. Wanted a better piece of that baseball, as you saw his reaction to the foul ball. Game 3 tomorrow, day game to wrap up this series. We'll be with you 2:30 O's extra, 3 o'clock for the ball game. Masson 2, Wade Miley, Martin Perez. Gosman's pitch, and he got him to chase one away and gets the K.
Yeah, take a look at our Mercedes pitch cast. It's going to be the first slider that he really throws in a competitive nature, and it just goes straight down. At least I think it was a slider. Looked like it. Either way, the bottom drops out of it. Maybe it was a splitter. No, it was a slider, and it's a good one. Just doesn't throw that many of them, and Elvis is shaking his head. Didn't expect that.
First strikeout for Kevin. 2 down. Nomar Mazara. Mazara, the right fielder, hit into a double play his first time up, a 3-6-1 double play. A couple of hits, 9 at bats off Kevin Gosman. CHOO remains at first. And Mazara will take the pitch down low for a ball.
Yeah, all I'd have to do is look at some numbers and whether it was me or anybody else. If he's hitting 0.99 on the ball on the inside part of the plate, you know that he likes it out over the plate. And that's what they were able to do the first time.
One low again.
So they pounded him in to get the double play, and now they throw him a couple of splitters, and you're into those with a 4-0 lead where you got to throw him a strike.
Average is picked up. He went through a real drought, 0 for 26. Yikes. But he's had 7 hits in his last 12 at bats over a 3-game span, 3 doubles last night. Joseph sets up away, pitches right where the mitt was, and it's 2-1. Four, 5-0 for the Orioles. 0-3-1 for Texas. O's have left 4, Rangers 2 so far. Mazara goes after it with heat, fouls it back.
Yeah, 95 the last 2 fastballs. But the other thing he did so well in the 5-0 ball game where he went hit 6 innings is that the Rays were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. If you can make big pitches at big times, that's when you have those really good games.
CHOO still there at first base. Mazara going after one down and in, can't get it. And that's strikeout number 2. They come in a row here in the 3rd. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. Orioles up 4-0. Three hits last 18 coming into today's play. Only 5 players in the modern era back to 1900 have 43 or more hits over an 18-game span. The last to do it was Ichiro. Altuve's hitting 500 since the All-Star break. Jonathan Scope 6th in average in the American League since the All-Star break. For those who have 50 or more at bats, the average over that time is 249. That's how far ahead of the curve Scope is. And Chris Taylor of the Dodgers leads the National League in average since the break. He's hitting at 481 for the postseason heading Dodgers. Orioles have the 4-0 lead here and will bat going to the top half of the 4th inning. Pitch is in there. Tejada reached on an error in the second inning. Dirks 3 walks and 1 strikeout, the starter for Texas. Adam Jones, Manny Machado will be coming up. Machado will take a slider away. 1 ball, 1 strike count. 61 pitches thrown by Dirks. Again, they're trying to coax him through 5 innings.
And the Orioles don't want that to happen.
The sooner you get to the bullpen, the more problems are created for today and tomorrow for Texas. Delivery came inside, again dropping down on him.
Yeah, he's doing everything he can, Gary.
Yep.
He's got I mean, for a guy that's been in, what, 20 professional teams since started in 2006, he starts open. In other words, his feet are open, shoulders are open, kind of stays open. And just watch him. If you took a broomstick, look where it's kind of going about to the left-handed batter's box, and then he'll just stay there, and then
towards the hole the other way, but Odor was close enough. 1 out, Tejada. Yum, yum, yum. 4th inning of Orioles baseball brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Just fill the hat up, okay? Now, most places you put ice cream in a hat, not here. You get a loaded.
What was that last night? The taquito or something like that?
There was no taquito. It was
the cotta? The taco cotta?
Biggest
whatever
taco I've ever seen. Here is Adam Jones.
It is Texas.
It is. He has hit a double and grounded into a double play. A lot of first pitch hitting for Adam since moving into that leadoff spot, and successfully so. Not waiting. Upping his average to 277. A good month of July that Adam is having. Orioles trying to win their 2nd game against the 5th game rather against Texas. They are 4-1. Having swept that series in Baltimore. A little foul tip at the plate on the big swing. 0-2. Take a little walk, loosen.
When he comes to the plate, he's 5th in the American League for the most swings, the highest percentage. And it doesn't mean that keeps you from being a good hitter, because he is. I think Gregorius leads it. And you know what you want to hit, and you get it. And it's a good pitch to hit.
He chops down on that one. Beltre's got it. And the up. And there are 2 away. You want to win an eat and greet with Buck Showalter? Well, check out Masson Orioles on Instagram to see how you can enter to win a lunch with the Orioles skipper. That's Masson Orioles on Instagram for your chance to enter to win. 2 down, nobody on. Manny Machado coming up. He has grounded out and flied out. Dirks has not had a clean inning. Trying to get one here in the 4th. Manny looking for his first hit in this set. 0 for 6 in the first 2 so far. And he will take the pitch inside for a ball. Machado looking at one down with the knees, a little bit too low. Dirks wanted the call, didn't get it. 2-0.
Yeah, Dreckman's not giving him the low pitch. He established early on, somewhere around the letters, a little higher than most umpires. And that's kind of what the Major League MLB office wanted a couple of years ago.
Manny on a big cut.
Yeah, that's a little cut fastball. And just kind of gets you back into the count.
Manny hitting 247 at home, 229 on the road this year. Obviously, July has really helped as he's pumped the numbers up. Machado last season was a 289 hitter in road games. And Manny will take one inside. So the Orioles refusing to go after those pitches that Dirks needs hitters to chase a little bit, and as a result keeps falling behind in the count. 3-1.
Yeah, the last home runs, in fact, they were in the same game on July 7th in Minnesota. Since then, just a lot of base hits. Average has gone up.
Manny, a broken bat bloop, and that's going to be a base hit. Andrus trying to haul it in just out of his reach. So Machado gets a single with 2 down here in the 4th inning. Destroyed the bat.
Yeah. Probably not what he wanted to do. He drops down again, and 3-1. You're probably looking to drive the ball, but it works. I mean, it gets one of the hottest hitters in baseball to the plate, Jonathan Schoop.
Schoop has had a double, and he has grounded out, has scored a run. Jonathan just continues to go from one hit streak to another. And so he'll have an 0 for day, and then the next day he'll start another streak. He sits successfully now in the last 4. He's gone 4 for 13, couple of home runs, 2 RBIs during that stretch. He'll take that one for a strike. Third in RBIs in the American League, and 8th in hits for Jonathan Schoop. Runner off first, pitch to him, slider in the outside corner for a strike.
There you go. 2 terrific months right there, and that's the first time ever, unless you're going to go all the way back to St. Louis Browns, 1922. Marty McManus, high ball hitter. Trouble with it back then.
Congratulate you on your 131st birthday. The 0-2 delivery is going to be down low.
Well, it's kind of amazing. I mean, you're hitting 304, and Altuve, we showed you his numbers at 500 in the month of July, and you're what, 65 points behind him in the batting title. You got a lot of hits, 116 now. He's got 144. That's the kind of year he's had.
An MVP candidate, without question. 1-2. Manny Machado's over at first base. Schoop down to third, just missed again. So close.
Well, he weighed so much better. He has a much better item, more patient, using the whole field. Tremendous strength. We showed you the graphics. 15 home runs and more than 425 feet. That's 5 more than Brian Dozier, who had, what, 40 or 41 last year for the Twins.
Jonathan has got way back on chasing those balls that are down and away out of the strike zone. It's made a huge difference for him. Gets him a lot of better pitches to go after. Dirks trying to find a way to get him here. 1-2. Pitch on the way will be way up high.
Yeah, we showed you Scott Coolbaugh leaning on the rail. He's the hitting instructor for the Orioles, along with Howie Clark. But again, I mean, Scott will say even here now, what, in this almost his 4th full year in the big leagues, still got to kind of program him, but he's got a much better plan than he's ever had before.
Manny off first, 2-2. Way outside, backhanded that time by LaCroix to prevent it from going by, and yet another 3-2 count. Evans Dirks struggling to try and make the 5 innings his manager's hoping to get from him in this ball game. He's kept it at this 4-0 score, but it's been tough to do even that. 3-2. Manny will be going at first base. Delivery on the way to Schoop. Left field. Shortstop going back. Gallo coming in. And Gallo will put it away. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. The Orioles on top 4-0. even against your own teammates. That was in the World Baseball Classic when he robbed Manny Machado. Thank you very much. And tonight?
Yeah, both fabulous plays. A little more time here. But again, right, the difficulty is when your glove hits the top of the fence, and you could see the ball right in the tip of the webbing of his glove. So Gallo doesn't get a home run. The Orioles, at least Kevin Gausman, 3 shutout innings going here in the 4th. And that play in the World Baseball Classic, that's up there. You know, that's one of those Mike Trout plays that he pulled against the Orioles. Seems like once a year.
Way up and out. Here's Beltre, still too shy of 3,000. He grounded out his first time up in a real nice play made by Tejada and Davis. Beltre will take the pitch down low. All kinds of notes on Beltre, of course, as he goes to 3,000. He has never had a bunt hit. Wow. How about that? Pitch is outside for a ball. Continues to be red hot here as he chases down 3,000. I mean, he's not going after it in any quiet manner. Gausman's pitch to him, ground ball to the hole, and there's one of them. 2,999.
Yeah, he can get them all different ways. The other night, a couple of 4-hit games earlier in the week.
Wife and family up and applauding with the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, they say fast infield ball just rockets through there. Of course, you got to make contact. 4 infield hits on Tuesday night, all different directions. So right here, we got a 4-0 lead. Want to put it in play, and then he just bounds it into left field.
He's now had 10 hits in his last 16 at bats over the last 5 games.
And the other thing is they're down by 4 runs, so he's a table setter here in the 4th inning.
Leadoff man on. Here's Napoli, who will take the pitch for a strike. Napoli lined out his first time up. That's hit number 4 for Texas, and the leadoff man on for the second time in 4 innings. So Gausman looking again for the ground ball, try and turn 2. Napoli with power will take the pitch at the knees for a strike. Always dangerous, obviously. In this day and age, every team has a long ball, but especially with this Texas team, they have the highest percentage of hits that are home runs of any team right now in baseball. Gausman's delivery will be outside. 1-2. That's where Caleb Joseph wanted it. Pointed the glove out, saying that's all right. Game 1 to look at.
Well, this count, you can still throw the ball by. Home run to all fields. You said what, 7 in the month of July. Right here, you can get it in, but not over the plate. In.
Napoli will put it way up in the air. Joseph coming back. And not have a play. It's behind the screen.
You can see there's a ball that didn't quite get up. You know, with that count, you can go maybe a ball and a half inside, and it can be very effective. Out over the plate, everything changes. He is built to hit home runs. High ball hitter. 34 of them last year.
Got a 3-game hit streak going. He's gone to 5 for 13. I had a home run. 3 runs scored during the streak. Gausman's pitch to him. Kind of jumps on pitches. He's got a very quick, short swing. Powerful, though. He doesn't have it lined up. It's hard for him to move that bat around other than where he initially directs it. And he doesn't very often cut that swing down.
High strikeout. Many as 187. 194 last year for the Indians, but 34 home runs.
There's one fouled off Caleb. So the count will stay at a ball of 2 strikes from Kevin Gausman. Napoli's only 1 for 11 lifetime off Gausman. And has found ways to get him out.
I'd love to do it here for a 4-run lead.
Beltre on at first base. One-two delivery to him. Napoli will take one that skips off the plate.
Well, the other thing he does in a typical year, he walked Struck out 194 times last year, but drove in 101 runs, but walked 78. So he's always been one of those guys that, yeah, he'll strike out, but if you don't throw him strikes, he'll take the walk. And if you make a mistake, it turns into a home run.
Kevin with a 2-2 delivered to Napoli. And another one that's going to come back and out of play. So Napoli fighting him off. He'll get his 8th.
Yeah, so again, Kevin Gausman, and you know, this is not a lately number, but just kind of tells you why he comes in at 7-7, even though the club's gotten him over 5 runs a game. Early on, fastball command, not where he wanted it. You know, Tanaka coming off of 14 strikeouts last night in 8 innings for the Yankees. And go look at the highlights. There weren't a lot of fastballs that they swung and missed.
And Napoli again goes after one and fouls it back. Napoli's been one of those players over recent years that clubs have said, you want to go to the playoffs, get Mike Napoli. He has been to the playoffs in 7, 8, 9, 11, 2013, 2015, and 2016. And that is a lot of visits to the playoffs. 10th pitch of the at bat. Beltre off first base. Napoli down to third. Manny's got it. Can they turn it? There's one and there's two. Machado in foul territory one more time, and they make that one look so easy.
Well, this is what happened on Monday night down in Tampa Bay. Actually in St. Petersburg, but playing the Rays. And again, the one down there was even more difficult. But here, I mean, it's almost routine now. You know, it's a slider. It's down. I mean, right here, he goes to his left. This time, again, you know, Napoli doesn't run quite as well. So there's your grab. I mean, it's just amazing they can do this because you don't practice this. I mean, you practice balls down, you know, down the third baseline, but
that is,
it really gets better every night.
Second double play they've turned in the ball game. That's going to be a base hit to left field. Odor on the first pitch will deliver a 2-out single. His first hit in this 2-game set. When the O's score, you score at McDonald's. The more the O's score, the more Chicken McNuggets you score. Download McDonald's app today. So the Orioles on top here by a score of 4-0. Texas picking up some hits, but 2 double plays have helped squelch what might come of them. 5 on the board now for Texas and 6 hits for the Orioles. Gomez has one of their hits, a single, back in the 2nd inning. He was stranded at second base. Texas has left runners on, 1 in each of the first 3 innings, 2 of them in scoring position against Gausman. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts for Kevin. Ball club 11 and 11 in the 22 starts he's made this year. Carlos Gomez goes after it again. No chance to hit that one. And an 0-2 count. Kevin, as far as the innings worked are concerned, thus far only 116 innings worked this season for Gausman. He's got some innings left for this year. Throw over and back goes Odor. Dylan Bundy, the one they've become most concerned with. He'll pitch on Tuesday. Has had the extra rest. Odor not going, and another one down low, and he gets him. So 3 strikeouts, no runs on a couple of hits, and 1 left on base. Gausman shutting him out.
Let's go! We love those!
And they have done real well, thank you. A 4-0 lead. Sunset time. Deep in the heart of Texas. Orioles up. Trying to set up the rubber match for tomorrow. And they will bat here in the 5th inning. Chris Davis will lead it off. Davis, Trumbo, and Trey Mancini. Davis a walk, a couple of them scored, and he picked up the walk in the 3rd inning. Trey Mancini's had a home run and a fielder's choice. A couple of RBIs on those plays. Caleb Joseph has hit his 5th home run of the season, a solo shot. And the Orioles able to jump out on the emergency starter here in this ball game. Gibbons Dirks. 0-1 count on Davis. And the pitch will again skip off the plate. There's ODOR way out there in right field again. Chris is 5 for 18, and 3 of the hits he's had against Texas this year have been home runs. 3 out of 5 hits. Driven in 8 against the Rangers. Ooh, that's where they tried to stay on him up and in. That one nicked him apparently, and a hit batter. So the Orioles get the leadoff man on. Take a look at our notebook and this stadium baseball history. University of Maryland University College brings it to us. Orioles announced in 2010 on this date that Buck Showalter would be the new manager, would take over for the interim skipper Juan Samuel on August 3rd. And in 1988, the O's traded pitcher Mike Boddicker to the Red Sox in return for Brady Anderson and Kurt Schilling. Trade that affected all concerned back in '88. There's Buck. Celebrate coming up in the 3rd, the anniversary taking over as the Orioles skipper. Mark Trumbo a walk, and he is struck out. And we'll take the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Davis on. 3 times up, 3 times on for Chris with 2 walks and hit by a pitch. 3rd hit batter this season by the Texas right-hander. Dirks would like to find a ground ball here and see if he can get a double play behind him. 0-1 delivery on the way, and that'll go down to 3rd foul.
Yeah, of all the hitters, Trumbo's been the guy he's made the best pitches to. But if you look at this lineup, other than Tejada, they're all home run threats. It's been a month since his last start. He moved out of the bullpen. I think probably the impressive thing, not that he hasn't walked some people, is that he hasn't walked more. Harder to hit the ball. 2 in the 3rd. Walked Chris Davis the first time up back in the 1st.
Dirk's delivery on the way. Trumbo takes. And it was inside, indoor low. And a ball and 2 strikes on Mark. He's trying to work it around. The bullpen, nobody throwing right now, but they're moving around a little bit out there. If he gets through this inning, I'd be surprised if they turn to the bullpen.
The pitch count at 84. Barnett was a warm night, already been up and thrown, so it won't take long.
Trumbo with a 1-ball 2-strike count. And that one's in the dirt, blocked. And Troy able to make the save on it and hold the runner at first base. Everybody taking a deep breath. Two delivery on the way. Trumbo goes after it, lines it hard center. Will it stay up? Yes. That's one of those where he's going to go, what have I got to do to get in?
Well, yeah, again, to me, if I'm pitching, I'm going, he had a nice swing. I mean, it's a line drive. If it's a little bit right or left, it's a base hit. Curve ball, stays on it, goes down and gets it, and here comes Carlos Gomez. Again, there's your load, and just kind of golfs it. The off speedness of the pitch gets him out a little bit out in front, but hits it hard.
That'll bring Trey Mancini to the plate. Davis remains on at first base, 1 away. 2 RBI night already for TREY with a home run, and the other coming on a fielder's choice. He's had as many as 5 RBIs in a ball game this season. This is his 14th multiple RBI game this year. MANCINI will take the pitch for a strike on the outside corner. He launched one into the bleachers in the back row. It's over the bullpen. His first time up. An home run. His first here in this ballpark, and this is the second game he's played here. Dirks with the 0-1 delivery to him. Had to wait on it. A little bloop to second. Davis better get back. Throw gets away. And it'll go into the seats, and
I think it went into the camera well or whatever.
Runner will move up.
There's netting in front of the dugout, but it was to the left of that, the outfield side. So again, right here, snap throw, and then right into Chris Davis over his posterior. Napoli couldn't catch it.
Second error of the night, charge to Texas. That'll be on ODOR. Chris was in danger of being picked off that time. He moves all the way over to third base.
Yeah, Jeff Bannister looking on, and I mean, if he gets 15 outs and it stays this score, Barnett's a guy that pitches multiple innings, so if he will pitch 2, you'd be in your 7th. They got a 7-man bullpen. Now, they did use a lot of bullpenners giving up the 22 runs, but they did have the off day on Thursday.
Davis gets a base on the overthrow, another base that it went into the seats. In this case, the camera well out of play. So Chris ends up at third base. See if your Orioles can take advantage of this. With 2 down, the runners, instead of being at first, all the way around to third. Seth Smith, an RBI base hit, and he is grounded out. Gets a chance for a multi-RBI game himself. Seth will step into it. Pitch will miss.
Well, you probably didn't think so, but he kind of held it there and held it there and held it there. Still didn't get the call.
Another big chance for a run for the Orioles to extend their lead. Orioles have left 5 on, Texas 4. Delivery to Smith. Seth will take one that is there, backed off to 84 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's tried everything the first couple of times, off-speed stuff. He did get into a fastball count the last time. That's when he hit into right field.
Dirks a look over to third base. Big lead for Chris. Smith on a big cut, chops it foul, hitting in the batter's box. He'll stay there at the plate with a 1-ball 2-strike count. Again, if you joined us late, we're unaware. Jeremy Hellickson not here, the newly acquired from Philadelphia. Auto accident on the way to the airport. He apparently is okay. His girlfriend was with him and had to go to the emergency room. The showalter said Hellickson will be going to Baltimore, not here, and will join up with the club on Monday. 1-ball 2-strike count. Seth Smith waiting on it, puts it in the air to right field. MAZARA near the warning track, puts it away. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left on base. The Orioles on top in game 2 for Kevin Gausman. to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. And by American Standard Heating and Air. Go to MidAtlanticComfort.com for special offers and to find a dealer near you. Gary Thorne and Jim Palmer on this Saturday night. The Orioles have the 4-0 lead. Ray Mancini has come through for the Orioles. A couple of RBIs. Gallo Joseph for the home run. Adam Jones with the robbing of a home run against Gallo in the 3rd inning. And Gausman on the mound. He has walked only 1, struck out 3, and has given up no runs and 5 hits. First pitch in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Off speed delivery. Jonathan Lucroy at the plate. 8, 9, and 1. Gallo and then CHOO will be up. Texas team that exploded last night for the 8 runs on 10 hits and an 8-0 lead. Unable to push anything across yet against Gausman. And that pitch will be taken down low. And remember, Kevin is coming off a ball game where he gave up nothing. No runs, 5 hits, 6 innings pitched against Tampa Bay in his last outing. Troy, who puts that one to right field, comes back to Smith for the out. 1 away. On Saturday, August 5, Tigers against the O's. The first 25,000 fans 15 and over get the Jonathan Scope bobblehead presented by Ocean City, Maryland. On Sunday, August 6, all fans receive an exclusive Orioles card set presented by Topps. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-TREY. Joey Gallo stands in.
Yeah, home run in Baltimore. Home run here, except that Adam took it away. Those pitch fastballs on both occasions.
Gallo on the big cut, off-speed delivery that dropped off in the outer part of the plate. Gallo has had only a couple of hits against the Orioles this year. He's taken the 0 for 1 in this game, 2 for 12. And Kevin Gausman keeps it right down there.
Well, he strikes out 38.2% of the time. So 125 strikeouts coming in. And those were 2 perfectly thrown split-fingered fastballs.
Gallo takes another one down low. Two and 2. Texas here at home, 27 and 22. The victory they picked up in the ball game last night, and then comes with heat up high at 97, and he had no chance.
Yeah, he's done that on a couple of occasions. That's how he got Gomez out. Right here, got a splitter, and then try to hit 97 up in the zone. And again, it runs. Good movement, middle of the plate to the corner.
4 strikeouts for Gausman. SHIN-SOO, the leadoff batter. A walk and a single. Their designated hitter. Now 4 for 12 lifetime off Gausman. Who will come inside to him for a ball. TREY has had a base hit. 1 more to reach 3,000. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Could get up in the next inning, probably. Gausman can retire the side here. Kevin looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He has not had a clean inning in the ball game either. And CHOO will ground it towards first. Davis skips away and into the outfield.
Yeah, this infield so hard. If you don't, I mean, again, another top spin ball on a split-fingered fastball. Saw it last night. Went off the Chris Davis's glove. And once this ball just bounced, boom, and then it doesn't slow down. This is a play that Chris usually makes because he's a good fielder. But again, it's hard. It's hard to be able to get the glove up right here. You don't know what the hop's going to be. Camden Yards a little bit softer field. The ball stays down a little bit. Most likely would have caught that ball.
So it will not be a clean inning as CHOO is on, and that means Andrus will get the at bat. It'll be a base hit for SHIN-SOO CHOO. Well, he's having quite a series. 3 times up, 3 times on, and 2 hits in this game. Andrus will take the pitch on the corner for a strike. A base hit, and he has struck out, extending his hit streak to 5 games. Elvis Andrus.
And it also gets the pitch count up. You turn the lineup over to some degree.
Andrus, the 300 hitter here in his home ballpark this year. Down low, skims off the plate again. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count. The Orioles bullpen set. They look for Kevin Gausman. They'd like to get 6, 7 if the pitch count's not too high. Runner off first base and way out in front. Fouls it back. Andrus could not get that one timed up. 6 for 17 for Andrus off Gausman career-wise. Texas trying to get something going. Goslin's been able to find a way to shut him down, leave a man on in each of the first 4 innings. 2 double plays have certainly helped the cause. Snap toss over the first, chew back. One-two delivery. Elvis Andrus in the air, left field. Mancini. He's there and he's got it for the out. And just another big out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Orioles up 4-0.
Even up this series, Trey Mancini, 459 feet. You can see the exit velocity over 109 miles per hour. Then a hanging slider, Caleb Joseph. Not that far, but it certainly works. Orioles up 2-0. They'll add a couple of more runs, and then Joey Gallo home run in Baltimore straightaway center field. Not tonight. Fabulous play. Adam Jones over the wall on a snow cone. That's your Geico game highlights. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more in car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. Austin Beavens, Dirks actually pitches pretty well. Settles down, gets some 15 outs. Now they're going to go to the bullpen. Does give up the home runs. Tony Barnett did a nice job. Pitched in Japan. Came over to the Rangers last year on the DL with a finger problem early on. Fastball cutter type of guy. 98 or 88 to 93. And again, last year had a very good year for him. In 53 games, went 7-3 with an ERA of a little bit over 2 runs a game. Not the case this year.
Barnett's had a long rest. Last outing, the 23rd against Tampa Bay. He gave him no runs on 1 hit in that ball game. He faces Caleb Joseph. Caleb, the home run, and he is flied out. Home run number 5 came in the 2nd inning for the O's, following the Mancini home run. Barnett's delivery, that'll be a strike on the inside corner. Tejada, then Adam Jones at the top of the order. The Orioles 4-6-0. Texas 0-6-2. 6 left on by the Orioles and 5 by the Rangers. Right-hander Barnett, the hesitation. Joseph can't hold up. Check swing strike.
Yeah, when he went to Japan, talking about Tony Barnett, he became the closer. He did a great job. He came up with a cutter, came up with a little bit of a splitter, and playing for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they released him back early January of 2010, and then 6 years in Japan.
Way outside. He's working his second game against the Orioles this year. Appeared at Camden Yards 2 1/3 innings in 1 game. Gave up a run on 3 hits in that ball game.
Yeah, the one number that really not in his favor, 30 inherited runners, 15 of them have scored. That's the big difference in this ball club this year.
And that'll be fouled away, especially when he was one of the many who's tried out as a closer for this ball club. 4 blown saves. You come in, you get inherited runners sometimes, and you're trying to go for more than 3 outs in a save situation. Not good.
Yeah, I don't think they saw that coming because Sam Dyson did such a good job. And then you got Jake Diekman, who hard throwing lefty with a physical problem. So a lot of, the bullpen was terrific last year.
Caleb will foul another one away. Keeps it alive.
But anytime you have 34 save opportunities, you've blown half of them. That's the most in baseball.
Caleb, the winner of the Orioles catcher's draw. Tomorrow's noon game, or 2 o'clock game, will be caught by Castillo. Pitch on the way. May have tipped it. And he's out of there in a strikeout.
Yeah, it's either a slider that backed up or maybe a splitter, but it goes down, and Caleb's looking away. You can see Lucrod go in, and then the ball just dives down underneath the bat. It's just almost like a split changeup with a lot of late finish.
So Barnett starts out his relief appearance with a K. Tejada's reached on an error, and he's grounded out 0 for 5 in the first 2 ball games. There's been a late arriving crowd here tonight. It was gigantic at the beginning, and it's continued to fill up. And a swing and a foul tip.
Well, they've gotten here in time because the next hit, or the next time TREY comes off, he'll have a chance to go for 3,000.
That's what they're here for. Orioles trying to add to this lead. 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Barnett take to the belt, and that one will be fouled back by Tejada. Fastball at 92 and an 0-2 count. "33-year-old reliever who's gone the spectrum in baseball, and Jim was talking about, and the spectrum in where he lives geographically. Born in Anchorage, Alaska, now lives in Phoenix, Arizona. 0-2 delivery. Up high with it, 1-2.
Yeah, Phoenix makes this temperature today. What was it, 99 at game time? Temperate. It's like a cool day. The cold front coming.
We started the ball game in 94. Felt like 106 according to the Weather Bureau. Foul back again. So Tejada hanging tough. So that counted. A ball and 2 strikes. Oriole shortstop has had 7 hits in 19 at bats. Coming into the ball game against Texas. He just carries a .286 average here in this ballpark. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Defense straight up on Tejada. Ruben started, stopped. Started so much he fell across the plate in order to keep that bat back.
Well, similar pitch that struck out Caleb Joseph. Again, a late movement.
Arnett's delivery, and that one is a called strike on the inside.
Yep. Came back, caught the inside corner.
2 Ks.
Take a look, and Lucroy right there. Frame it for Bruce Dreckman, home plate umpire.
Adam Jones with a double. He's hit into a double play, and he's grounded out. He's faced Barnett only once. 0 for 1 against him. Adam with a couple of hits and 7 at bats in the first 2 games of the series. Jones will go after it. Sinking pitch. Swung on and missed. Immediately thrown out of the game by LaCroix. Get a ball to drop like that, you might want to throw it back out to your pitcher.
Well, you're right.
Give it another try.
I think that's a splitter. No cutter splitter he acquired. He was a starting pitcher, pitching an A ball before he went to Japan. It was a breaking ball, so he's got all the pitches. And then the fact that he went over there, and early on he was, he started, didn't do very well. And then they put him in the bullpen. 33 saves, 41 saves. And you have your Pacific Rim scouts. A lot of clubs scout over there. And had 41 saves. The next thing you know, he's pitching for the Rangers and doing a good job, but not in a closing situation.
No. 0-2 delivery on the way. Adam puts one up in the air. First base sign. That'll be a souvenir for the folks. Ends up in the seats. Jones keeps his at bat alive. The 0-2 count. Jones stands back in, waiting on an 0-2 again. Arnett's delivery to him way inside. And the count will go to 1-2. A little wipe of the brow for Adam. Very little breeze, if any, down there on the field. Flags way up top show it blowing left to right, but you don't get that downstairs. And a swing and a miss and a changeup. So he strikes the side out here in the 6th inning. The Orioles remain on top 4-0. Presented by authority of the Orioles, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. That, dear friends, is called the Wicked Pig, and you can see why. Wow. Now, just what are you going to do with that? Well, you could sit on it to try and squash it down. You would want to take the toothpick out first.
So it would. You had some barbecue yesterday.
And today.
Oh, and today
And
too?
today, yes.
Yeah.
Gotta go back.
You know, I was going to the health club today, and I'm thinking, you know, there was a sign that said in their health and wellness,
Yep.
the anti-gravity aerial yoga. And
saw
I just
that.
figured, you know, that'd be perfect for you.
I did see that sign. And I'm
Yep.
going to have to look that up. Do you have any idea what that is?
No.
I don't either. Anti-gravity
Gravity aerial.
aerial
You know,
yoga
you must be suspended.
in a vacuum.
I don't know, or whatever, but it got my attention.
It did. We'll check on that and get back to you tomorrow. Beltre will be coming up this inning. MAZARA has hit into a double play, and he has struck out down to first and foul. Beltre will bat second. Kevin Gausman working on a 6-hit shutout. Bottom half of the 6th inning. He's kept it under control. Gotten outs all kinds of ways. Only one walk. Much like the start he had against Tampa Bay. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt.
Yeah, he's moved around the ball to MAZARA pretty well. And again, remember, I mean, he's a big guy. $5 million out of Venezuela. Signed him very young. 3 doubles last night, and I mean, he hasn't gotten a pitch in the middle, or at least the outside middle of the plate to hit yet.
MAZARA will reach and foul it off. So Gausman continues to he dominates these hitters in that they're not getting good cuts. He's kept them off balance. He's located his pitches well in this game.
Well, that's the difference between the last month, the last 5 starts or so, than early on, where a lot of balls did end up in the middle.
And MAZARA takes it and he's gone.
And again, I think Caleb Joseph wants it up in the zone, but this works. I mean, 0.99 batting average inside. He makes the perfect pitch. So
here comes Beltre.
Here's a moment. 1998, June 24th, first base hit. That's a long, long time ago.
One shy of 3,000. His wife and children down at field level now. When he gets it, he'll become just the 8th player to have 3,000 hits and 1 200-hit season. Ground ball's going to go to short. Tejada's got that one. It's not going to be here, as Beltre is retired on just 1 pitch, and there are 2 down here in the 6th inning. Interesting numbers in that the fewest seasons with 2,000 hits for members of the 3,000 hit club. You've got Yastrzemski, Eddie Murray, Dave Winfield, and Ricky Henderson never had a 200-hit season. Eddie Collins, Willie Mays, Robin Yount, Cap Anson, Craig Biggio, Rafael Palmeiro, and L. Kaline. They each had 1 200-hit season, and that's the group that Beltre will join when he gets his 3,000. Again,
What
you
a
got to
year.
have
What a year that,
sustainability.
yeah, whatever that year it was. I mean, got him a big free agent contract with Seattle, but I mean, he had 200 hits, but also 48 home runs that year.
Kevin Gausman working again on a chance for his first clean inning. 2 down, nobody on. Some of the folks are leaving. It's a little early, or maybe they're just going to go out to have a wicked pig.
He'll be back for his next at bat if they attack that.
They eat that, they won't be back. Foul back into the balcony. And Mike Napoli, 0 for 2 in the ball game, is lined out, hit into a double play, shift on in the infield against the Rangers first baseman. Pitch on the way by Gausman. Sweeps up and away. 1-2. Napoli waits on it, swing and a miss, and he got him. Foul tip into the glove. 6 strikeouts. Kevin Gausman. He retires the side in order. 6 complete. Orioles up. You by Johns Hopkins Orthopedics, serving the community for over 125 years, and by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, your workers' compensation insurance company. Summer night here in Arlington, Texas, between Dallas and Fort Worth, where the Orioles have the 4-0 lead, trying to set up the rubber match for tomorrow's game. Hope you'll join us for that one on Sunday. 2:30 O's Extra, 3 o'clock for the ball game. Masson 2, Wade Miley, Martin Perez, the scheduled starters. For Beltre, boy, did they come to watch him. 44,658. There were 8,000 walk-up tickets sold from last night through the ball game tonight. 8,000 walk-ups. That's unheard of. And a virtual sellout here tonight with over 44,600. He will get another at bat in this game. Orioles' Manny Machado leading it off here in the 7th inning. A base hit, flied out, grounded up. He'll take the pitch at 78, and it will miss, and it's 2-0.
Barnett, again, as we mentioned, talked about Dirks, who started for him. They both started the same year, 2006 A-ball. Barnett went to Japan. And there's a ball that he swings at. And then, of course, Dirks, he was with 20 independent league teams to get back to the big leagues. They're both pitching for the Rangers tonight. So if you ever think you want to be a ball player, all you got to do is have a lot of moxie, tenaciousness.
Pitch on the way. Ground ball down to third. Beltre trying to keep the Airless streak going. Low throw, and that's going to be an error. And Beltre commits a throwing error, which will end his streak of errorless games. How about that? You could almost see that one coming.
Yep, and again, I mean, he always sets his feet, but because he's so deep, he tries to, but he can't get his shoulders turned. And again, when you fly open, I don't care if you're pitching or you're from third base, the ball's going to sink. So it's a longer throw because he backstepped it. And then, you know, the only hope is, and you could see, I mean, the minute it does get caught by Napoli, you know, you got yourself in error.
62 games without an error ends on that throw. And the leadoff man is on. Down to second base.
Yeah, that's you're trying to add on here. The way they talking about the Rangers have scored runs. You need some more.
Jonathan Scope, the RBI chance. He will fight off a pitch that came inside on it. He's doubled and scored, grounded out and flied out. A couple of hits, 6 at bats in the series. And the Orioles, these situations tonight, 1 for 7. Manny edging off second base. And Scope at the plate, down 0-1. Jonathan on one that falls off the table on it.
And we saw earlier in the game, Manny, after the double by Jones, to lead the game off, didn't try to go to right field. I just think if you're going to play, and they're going to play what, 59 more games. You got to use the whole field. You got to get leadoff doubles, got to go behind the runner, at least early.
In the dirt, runner stays.
Yeah, now, of course, when you get the 2 strikes, you're on your own. But it just collectively makes your offense better as a team. And you know, if Jonathan gets Manny over one way or the other, they're going to play their infield in. And they're going to make Chris Davis a better hitter.
Third in the American League in RBIs. He's had at least 1 in 10 of the last 11 ball games. Delivery to him and went upstairs. Chased another one out of the strike zone, and he's a K victim.
Yeah, he didn't even get a strike to swing at. And this is one of those, you know, he doesn't do it very often anymore, but he got himself out. And to Barnett's credit, you know, got ahead, chased a couple pitches earlier, and then just used over aggressiveness to go up the ladder.
Intentional walk will be surrendered to Chris Davis. They've wanted nothing to do with him here in this ball game. He's got 3 walks and been hit by a pitch. So with first base open, runners on at first and second, 1 away. And Mark Trumbo coming up. Mark 0 for 2 and a walk, 0 for his last 17.
And that's why you do this. Double play, one pitch. High ball hitter. Barnett's splitter and cutter. Able to pitch effectively down in the zone. Did it last inning when he struck out the side.
Trumbo 0 for 2 against Barnett. He'll go after the first pitch, slicing down the line and right over to the side of the wall, and that's going to end up in the seats. MAZARA no play. Trumbo heads back. Chance for the Orioles here in the 7th inning. Add to that 4-0 lead. 3 errors have been committed by Texas in the ball game, but the runs have been earned for the Orioles. Barnett taking a look back as David goes back to first base and Manny to second. One bounces off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Mark. Tough season against the Rangers. He's only had a couple of hits against Texas this year in 22 at bats. 2 for 22. One of the hits a home run. TREY went out and on the same page as Barnett. Here's the 1-1 delivery on the way inside.
And of course, with Mark Trumbo, when the Orioles got him, most home runs he'd ever hit was 34 in a season. Mike Scioscia said, well, let's see. The average won't be that high, but he drives in runs and he hits home runs. On base percentage, maybe it was around 30%, which is not incredibly high. That's pretty much where he, and then he did better than that last year.
Barnett's delivery to him jammed him again. Right off the fist, turned it around for a foul ball. And Mark with a 2 ball, 2 strike count. You can read how he's doing at the plate just by the expressions. It's been a tough month. O's first and second. And only 1 out. Barnett holds that ball close to his body and delivers a strike.
Yeah, a little cutter that catches the comes back, gives up on it, catches the inside corner. That's why he'll look straight down. And really good pitch.
5 strikeouts.
Yeah, look at TREY. He just holds it there for Dreckman, the umpire, to call.
So 2 away. That'll bring Trey Mancini up. 17th home run, fielder's choice, and he is lined out. He's picked up 2 RBIs in the ball game. This one will bounce. Stop made. TREY got the body in front of that one. Leading hitter in the American League with runners in scoring positions, standing at the plate. One-0 delivery. Take a look at our Lexus at Towson driving the game.
Now it's got to start somewhere, and right here, a 3-2 fastball hit 459 feet off the back wall. People are ducking.
Lexus at Towson, the area's #1 volume Lexus dealer, 7 straight years. Come see why at LexusAtTowson.com. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Mancini. TREY reaching, tops it foul. Orioles now have 3 of the leading hitters in these situations. With Mancini first, Adam Jones has moved back up to 3rd, and Jonathan Scope is 7th in the American League. Fans applauding for a strikeout by Barnett on the 1-2 count. He struck the side out in the 6th inning. He's got 2 strikeouts here in the 7th. Runners off first and second base, and he lays off. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Trey. Mancini's made it hard for pitchers because he just has adjusted and he doesn't chase stuff.
Well, I mean, he'll chase every once in a while, but his ability to hit the ball, I mean, you can get a ground ball in the right field with the best of him. He can hit a line drive that way. He can homer to left, as we saw earlier. He can hit the ball all over the park. It's tough for defense, and he hits it hard.
2-2. Mancini on a swing and a miss. Play's got to be made at first. TREY waits. So he has struck the side out. In both innings he's pitched, 2 left on. The Hyundai Summer Clearance event is going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Visit buyhyundai.com today. 7th inning stretch time, Texas. Good night for Gosman. The Unlimited Baseball break brought to you by T-Mobile. Well, the last collective bargaining agreement is now public between the union and Major League Baseball. Some of the interesting parts of it: 2018, there'll be an opening series in Asia. April 17 and 18, Indians and Twins are going to play in Puerto Rico, and there'll be an April series in Mexico. In 19, there'll be an opening series. These are regular season now in Japan. There'll be a series in Mexico, and there'll be a series at London's Olympic Stadium. In 2020, the opening series will be in Asia. There'll be a series in Mexico, a series in Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic. Teams have not been named for all of those. What do the players get out of this? They'll be receiving compensation for the extra travel and events, $5,000 for international spring training appearances, $60,000 for in-season trips to Asia or England, $15,000 in-season trips to Mexico, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican. On top of the regular season money, any postseason trips will pay out $100,000 in Japan, $50,000 for anywhere else in Asia, and $25,000 for games in Mexico. That's part of the new collective bargaining agreement that went public yesterday.
Mexico, Puerto Rico. I'll vote for those two
I'm going
places.
to London. Want to go to London?
Well, London I could do.
London would be good.
Asia, I've been to Japan, and we went after the season, so it was 18 games in 30 days or so. Great trip.
I'm sure you got 50 grand or 100.
10,000,
Yeah.
and then if your wife went, it went to 5. And I also got about 390 innings that year. And Earl Weaver, in the bus one day, he says, you guys don't seem like you're having a good time. Like, no kidding.
No kidding.
I don't like, because what happens if you do those early Asian trips, you got to start earlier. It's kind of like the WBC, so spring training, it just kind of takes you out of sorts.
Game going globally. Ground ball to first base. Davis.
And I understand the intent.
No,
obviously, you want to internationalize the game, and you do that in the WBC. But I would prefer exhibition games only because of what it does. As far as look at one of the great left-handed pitchers in baseball, if not the best, is Clayton Kershaw. He hurt his back pitching in Japan, I think, a couple of years ago. Because you just got to start earlier, and you got to come back, and the time differences and whatever.
$100,000. I'll fly anytime you want.
No, I just want them to go and meet a broadcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Matter,
Exactly. Exactly.
I can babble in any kind.
That's right. Gosman, great job here. One away, 7th inning. He continues to shut out Texas. No runs on 6 hits. The Orioles 4 runs on 6. Gomez a base hit, and he is struck out and a 1-1 count on.
Well, he's done a nice job, and I think some of the other things is a lot of times in that ball was off somewhere in the lower extremity of Carlos Gomez. He's used all his pitches, but he hasn't gone to a lot of the hitter's weaknesses until he had to, and it goes back to base on balls, base hit, and MAZARA likes the ball out over the plate, got the double play ball by getting in on his fist. He started in the 3rd hitter of the game.
That's another one he bounces off his lower extremity.
And then he didn't have a splitter through the first 3 innings, and then all of a sudden started using it.
So Kevin, after win number 8, go above 500, 8-7 if he can get it. ERA in the road coming in had been 5.22, a whole lot better. Roger McDowell has been able to just sit and watch so far in this one. They've gotten it where they want it. The Orioles have this 4-0 lead in the 7th inning. And Kevin still has the velocity we've seen up there in the mid-90s. The pitch on the way, and he comes in at 97 for a K.
They don't have a chance. Not if he's going to make these kind of pitches. He struck him out on 3 splitters the last time, got ahead this time, and then goes 97. And again, this is a very free swinging team. And again, because of the count, remember that 0-2, don't have to throw a strike, and he doesn't. Marvelous job of pitching tonight.
7 innings, longest outing for Kevin this year. He's done it a couple of times.
All you got to do, you look out on the board, 65 strikes, 27 balls, 92 pitches. Pitch efficient.
LaCroix, 2 down, nobody on. He has grounded out and flied out. 6 in a row have been retired by Kevin. Last hit, 5th inning, single by CHOO, the leadoff batter. Only 2 runners left in scoring position, and those were in the first 2 innings of the ball game.
And then LaCroix started the last time up. He hit the first pitch right on the nose, but right at Seth Smith. So there was 1 pitch, 1 out.
Fouls that one away.
And then it's kind of like playing with a wiffle ball, the way he's throwing that splitter in the late innings. Make it do anything he wants to.
LaCroix staying outside the box here, trying to slow it down a little bit and break the rhythm of Gosman. Pitch on the way, and that's going to go to 3rd. Manny to Spinorama. The throw right on the money. And a 1-2-3 inning. That's 6 in a row over the last 2, and the Orioles remain on top 4-0. A's, it's senior day with an afternoon start time at 3:05. All fans 55 and over eligible to purchase a special ticket package featuring an Orioles super plush throw blanket. For tickets, go to Orioles.com/seniors. 888-848-BIRD. 4-0 lead. Orioles on top of the Rangers. After the Rangers won the opener last night 8-2. The starter, 4 runs, 6 hits, 5 innings. On in relief, 6 strikeouts and 1 walk. Barnett walk was intentional. He struck the side out both innings here, 6 and 7. Dirks, the starter, 2 home runs hit off him for those 2 of the 4. Barnett's delivery will be a fastball in there for a strike.
Yeah, well, he's thrown every pitch for a strike, in and out, up and down. 2 1/3 innings in a win against the Rays on Sunday. Struck out 4.
Seth Smith at the plate. He'll take a breaking ball. Seth has had a base hit and an RBI, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Smith sees the infield defense shifted around against him. That'll go into the shift first base. Backhanded. Napoli. Pitcher covers. And the out recorded. Barnett gets over there in time. It's been a rocky road down there for Napoli in the first 2 games of this series.
You gotta check your glove.
Caleb Joseph, a home run, his first time up, his 5th. Second inning, he has flied out and struck out. Even 300 batting average for Caleb on the road this year. 4 homers and 16 RBIs. He'll take the pitch outside for a ball.
Well, it's not that hitting's not important, because I mean, this is a guy, injured last year, did not drive in a run in the entire season. Certainly made up for that, but he'll. How about the job he's done behind the plate? Because you don't get into the 7th inning with a shutout without your catcher being a big part of it.
They'll go after it and foul it back. Here's the home run he got tonight.
Yeah, again, Mancini set the tone. A little slider that stays in the middle of the plate, hits it into the edge of the Oriole bullpen.
That one off Dirks, the starter.
Favorite drink here in Texas, Dr. Pepper. Bounce it off the sign out there.
Misunderstood. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And an off-speed delivery that drops in at 79. And he fooled out in front. Caleb will fall behind the ball and 2 strikes. Tejada waiting on deck. Top half of the 8th inning. For a full house. Waiting to see Beltre get 1 more at bat. Pitch on the way and a ground ball back to the mound. Snow cone. Barnett will run it over and make the flip. 2 down. First 2 outs. 3-1, 1-3.
Yeah, Tony Barnett doing everything he can to keep his team in there. 6 straight strikeouts, couple of ground balls.
That'll bring Tejada up. 0 for 3 tonight. Did reach on an error. First time up. Grounded out, struck out.
He was 1 out more than he's pitched in any other game all year long.
Barnett's delivery to him will be away and low for a ball. Trying to turn the order over with Adam Jones waiting on deck. Orioles runs 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd. Have not scored since. In fact, they haven't had a hit since the 4th inning when Manny Machado got a base hit. Tejada will take a slider in the outside corner. Barnett 1-1. One pitch on the way. Tejada skips all the way to the backstop. Came right back to it. 2 under Tejada's away. No chance to get on here. 3-ball, 1-strike count and get Adam Jones up to the plate. Each team with 6 hits in the ball game. They've been scattered for both ball clubs, both picking them up early in the ball game. Texas has not had more than, they've had 1 inning where they've had 2 hits. That was in the 4th. And a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Ruben checked.
Yes.
Leaned. Now, most pitches, most innings, and most pitches all year long for Barnett. On a hot night.
Trying to save that bullpen down 4-0 with a day game tomorrow.
Looks like somebody may be scurrying around. I certainly don't want to get this game out of hand. I mean, 4 runs is enough.
Adam Jones, a double, 1 for 4. 2 hits, 8 at bats in the first 2 games. Tejada off first base. Jones a swing and a miss. Adam had only a couple of hits and 21 at bats against Texas, and both of those hits have been home runs prior to tonight. And the first time up in this game, he picked up a double. Barnett 0-1. And the pitch away. Barnett with one of those rocking set positions. Doesn't stop moving for a while.
Well, who did that as well as anybody? Mariano Rivera. And how the way he you kind of set into your back leg. You know, you want to be able to load. They give you that 24-inch pitching rubber to kind of push off of it. You can see it right here. And get the feet set.
Kicks up that front foot. Adam will go the other way, foul.
And again, he's very much like Dirks, where he's a little bit open and he's over on the first base side, so he's pretty much right at direct line. The lineman's so important in pitching. There's a pitching coach, Doug Brookvale, so he's got the outside corner to righties kind of honed in, and only the toe on the pitching rod. So remember that's 24 inches. The plate's 17 inches. So already he's what, about maybe 6-8 inches off the outside corner.
1-2. Tejada back to the bag at first. Clark in the bullpen.
Clark, hard throwing righty.
Adam waiting on the 1-2. Tejada not going. Jones. Broken bat off the fist. Play made. Andrus gets the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Bottom half of the 8th inning coming up with the Orioles on top 4-0. by Miller Lite.
Yeah, again, early on, the Orioles with a 2-0 lead, and Adam Jones will take another home run away from a hitter. That was Joey Gallo. He hit a home run off Kevin Gausman for the only run in Baltimore, straightaway center field. Marvelous catch. Saves a run and a home run.
And a 4-0 lead preserved. Joey Rickard has come into the ballgame defensively and right for Seth Smith. Speaking of Gallo, 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Kevin Gausman remains on. Working here into the 8th inning. Fouled off the end of the bat.
Yeah,
his career high is 8 innings. He's done it 3 times. Last time was against Boston last year in September. Orioles bullpen is active, and the pitch will be taken for a ball by Gallo.
Yeah, the former closer with Britton on the DL. Now that Britton's back, set up man and All-Star last year. And not too many pitches for Joey Gallo. I mean, he took that first pitch and almost hit it over the center field fence. The next time he really got pitched to. Eventually, splitters early on, 97 up and away for the strikeout. And that's kind of the way that Kevin Gausman's been able to pitch all night. Not a lot of hittable pitches for the Rangers.
Gallo a chopper right back to the mound. Waits for Davis to get there, makes the play, and records the first out. 1 down, 8th inning. MLB.tv every night, every device. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live. Plus, get a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
And every time, and the other time, Gary, you talk about this all the time. Can you get the first batter out? He didn't in the first. They get a double play. Didn't in the fourth. They get a double play. So out of trouble because he made good pitches.
Yeah. Leadoff man down here in the 8th. Leadoff batter is CHOO. On all 3 times with a walk and 2 singles for the Texas DH. CHOO will go after a heater inside at 97. No loss in velocity at all.
And we've seen that in the past. Maybe not on 94 to 95 degree days, but he can usually pitch in the upper 90s. As a matter of fact, and right there,
he gets one down low and gets him striking out on the swing.
So if getting a pitch 97 in the middle of the plate is a hittable pitch, this one isn't. The bottom drops out, and again, this is the pitch. Didn't use it for 3 innings, and then it became really good.
He is 1 shy of his strikeout high for this year, which is 9, which he has done twice. Last time against Tampa Bay.
Well, he was talking between his last start. He said, I'm just over the years I've watched Justin Verlander. He'll start out 92, 93, and then be throwing 96, 98 in the late innings. And when you can do that, and you can make quality pitches, which he did.
Chopper, that's going to go to the middle to Howard on the scoop. Where's a great quick 1, 2, 3. He has retired the side in order each of the last 3 innings. That's 10 in a row set down by Gausman. Masson is brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. And by Royal Farms. Pick up your ROFO rewards card today at any Royal Farms to save on gas and to start earning points for free stuff. Here in Arlington, Texas, the Orioles on top as they have had a great night from Kevin Gausman, a 4-0 lead, pitching a 6-hit shutout.
And our Jiffy Lube pitching chain brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube stores now do brake services. Stop in, let Jiffy Lube perform a free brake inspection today. So the hard-throwing righty, you know, worked his way up through their minor leagues as a starter a couple of years ago. 73 walks in 103 innings. Tone that down a little bit again. I mean, mid-90s. He's got all the pitches: fastball, slider, curveball, change, cutter, and then a two-seamer to go along with it. So 94 to 96 with the fastball.
Second save on Sunday against Tampa Bay for Leclerc. Comes in here to try and hold the Orioles in the 9th inning, and that one first ball hitting down the left field side by Manny Machado. Beltre. Oh, tough play back to the plate.
Yeah, how do you not hurt your back on that? And that's not an easy play, especially, I mean, he's 38 years old too. Let's don't forget that. And I almost think that Andrews, he's playing straight away. So right here, you just kind of have to hope, and right there over the shoulder. Nice play.
So Manny retired on one pitch. Machado with a base hit, 1 for 4.
Maybe Manny not with the plan tonight. I mean, the low and away slider.
Jonathan Scopes had a double. He's 1 for 4. Barnett a great 3 innings. Struck out 6, 2 walks, 1 intentional. That's it. Clark's delivery. He is a strikeout pitcher. Has been as a reliever. 5th among relievers in strikeouts for 9 innings. Jonathan's double came in the 3rd. Swing and a miss, and it looks like Kevin Gausman is going to get a chance for his 2nd major league complete game.
Yeah, the first one all the way back in 2014 was only 5 innings.
Yep.
It's been a rain, so this would be a.
Brad Brock was in the bullpen warming up and is sitting down. I smile. I'll tell you why here in a minute. 0-2 delivery on the way. When Gausman came out, he immediately went away, down into the tunnel where the manager could not see him or get to him. And I don't think that was an accident.
Well, it just makes.
He did not want to be kissed off.
Yeah, it helps Buck make the decision.
Yeah, and not that Buck was going to do that anyway, but he wasn't going to take a chance. He still hasn't come back.
Well, he might have gone over and asked him how he felt too.
He might have.
I mean, if you. No, I'm saying. I mean, that might have been the intention, but that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. 1-2 delivery on the way and a foul ball. Probably a piece of that one to catch it. So Jonathan to be followed by Davis. We will see Beltre up again in the 9th inning. Get the ball and the bat. 1-2. It's a baseball 1-2 punch. Jonathan's. Troy must have said something funny. It made Jonathan laugh. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Clark's delivery on the way and a bouncer. So the count goes 2-2. Orioles batting, 9th inning, leading it 4-0. MAZARA, Beltre, Napoli will be due up in the bottom of the 9th inning. From the high set, here's the 2-2. Off speed inside.
Whatever it was, he gets Jonathan away from harm's way. Because he's got all kinds of pitches. They started him out of the bullpen, and then in his 4th year they said, okay, we can make him a starter. That's the year that he walked 73 in 103 innings, but he also struck out 98. So at least a little experience of getting hitters out more than one time.
Out of Esperanza in the Dominican Republic. 3-2 delivery on the way, and that's outside. So with one away, a walk surrendered to Jonathan Schoop here in the 9th inning. The series is going to wrap up the 3-game set tomorrow. Day game. Wade Miley will take the mound against Martin Perez. Our coverage on MASN 2 begins at 2:30 with O's Extra, presented by Jeep, followed by game coverage at 3. All the access you need right here on MASN.
There they are. Chris Miley coming off really one bad inning in Tampa, 5-run inning, and he took advantage of it. And Perez, crafty lefty, actually throwing a lot harder in Baltimore than I thought he did. 93, 94, but again, you can see the record. ERA higher. The battle of the lefties tomorrow in the heat.
Chris Davis has not had a particularly hot bat of late, but Texas certainly hasn't wanted to deal with him. He has walked 3 times, once intentionally, the other time been hit by a pitch. He scored in the 3rd inning. Ray Mancini's got a couple of RBIs, Smith an RBI, Joseph with the RBI and a home run.
Well, if the Orioles are going to make a stretch run, and that's what they need to do. The only 15 and 8 in the month of April. All the other years, 12 or other months, 12 and 16, 12 and 16. Losing month this year. He's going to be a big part of it.
Chris, 209 in the month of July. Schoop on first base. Davis will take the pitch up and away. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. Shift on a double play depth against Davis. Clerk's delivery to him. That'll be a strike.
Yeah, up and away. A little bit out of control at 97, and then a changeup right on the corner.
So Leclerc picks up the K. 2 down. Schoop remains at first base. And Mark Trumbo. Mark has been a strikeout victim twice. Has flied out, and he has drawn a walk. The Oriole DH. Kevin Gausman just returning from down under. Cooling off a little bit probably. Trumbo goes after it and foul tips it. So Gausman apparently coming out. Go after a complete game shutout. Short lead at first base. Leclerc's delivery to him. Hard pitch down and away.
And he caught it like it was nothing. 96. Apparently a very good defensive catcher. Just kind of reached over, snared it.
Trumbo on the 1-1. Mark will take that away, and he can't stop this when it goes all the way to the backstop. It'll be a wild pitch, and that will move Jonathan Schoop down to second base.
Yeah, 82 in the other batter's box. Yeah, you're right about this. He tries to slide over there. He tries to do everything, just can't get it that far outside, just pulls it. Chance to add a run here in the ninth.
3rd wild pitch by Leclerc this year. Trumbo ahead 2-1. 2-2. Whoa, easy. Do not hurt thyself. Two down, runner off second is Schoop. Trumbo on the 2-2. Loops it to short. Elvis Andrus is there. We will go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Orioles lead at 4-0. Gausman after a complete game. Beltre after his 3,000th hit. Kevin Gausman.
Oh yeah, he's been terrific, and you know, again, all the pitches, you know, big outs. Started after a walk and a base hit, pitched himself out of trouble in the first when he needed big outs, able to get them. I mean, a vast assortment. Very few pitches that you can see in the middle of the plate.
There have been 20 complete games in the American League this year. The Orioles do not have one. Orioles have shut out opponents 5 times on combined shutouts. Kevin Gausman will go for his second major league complete game. As Jim said, this will be the first one of 9 innings.
116 pitches. That's the high. Other occasions, 112, 112, 113, and that 116 twice. They're certainly capable of being able to do that.
MAZARA goes after the first pitch, slices it foul. A couple of strikeouts, hit into a double play. Beltre waiting on deck. Nobody is left. 4-0 ball game. A lot of folks would have left normally in the 9th inning, but not tonight. 44,600 plus are waiting for the next batter, Beltre. MAZARA will take the pitch inside. Kevin has walked 1. He has struck out 8.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. He got the walk out of the way to the first batter.
Yeah. That was it. Closer getting ready. Delivery will be taken inside.
Yeah, you know, it's funny when you don't do this. Sometimes you get a little bit ahead of yourself, and you know, he's been so good tonight because he's been able to take one batter at a time, and that's what you do in the 9th. You know, get MAZARA out, not easy.
And that's going to be taken down low.
And you know what they're looking for, Gary? They're looking for either free passes. They haven't had one since the first batter, just base runners. And I've been on the bench when you're down 3-4 and they're going, give them a finish. And that's what the Rangers want to do.
MAZARA will take it, and he's on. A leadoff walk here in the 9th inning. And here comes Beltre. There's the family, his wife. Beltre a base hit, 4th inning. 2,999 hits. Looking to be the 31st to reach the 3,000 mark. Only 1.6% of major league players ever have reached that mark. And a swing and a chopper that caught him in the batter's box.
Yeah, he's been aggressive all night long. First time up, throwing the first pitch slider, bounced the shortstop. This time, 2-seamer down and in, and really hard to hit it anywhere but straight down. Get the back leg.
Fans wanting to see a piece of baseball history in this at bat. Delivery on the way by Gausman, and that will miss inside for a ball. Beltre ground ball to third base. Manny short hops it. Great play. Jonathan Scope, and they turn the double play. Another sensational defensive effort by the Orioles, and there are 2 down.
Well, the third double play of the night, and again, his infield so fast, I think it's hard to get a read. It just plays differently than about any other place you play. So a little splitter that, again, you get the ground ball, and then, of course, you know, we're talking platinum glove, gold glove, and then, of course, he couldn't get the read, but short hops it. And then once you get it to Scope, it's usually a done deal. So Beltre doesn't get 3,000, and that one pitch allows Gausman to be in a position to pitch his first 9-inning complete game. And that's what this night's been all about, Gary. Making a big pitch at the right time.
He's done it. So 2 down in the 9th inning. Napoli up He is 0 for 3 in the ball game. Gosman's going to get the win. He'll be 8-7. Dirks will take the loss. He will suffer his first loss of the year. He will be 3-1. And for Gosman, a chance to have the complete game shutout. Breaking ball is going to miss outside, and it sets the stage for a bit of drama in baseball tomorrow. On the day Pudge Rodriguez will be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, Beltre, who will be inducted someday, may pick up his 3,000th hit. 2-1 delivery on the way, and that's going to be outside. Gosman, 3-ball, 1-strike count. Trying to finish it off right here on a great night's work on the mound.
Well, this will be one more pitch, and he's thrown all year long. Just a little bit low. So what do you do if you're Buck Showalter?
Last time the Orioles had a complete game, it was Ubaldo Jimenez, September 2016, September 5. That was at Tampa Bay.
Yeah, if this was 4-1, 5-1, whatever, 4-run lead and not a shutout, I would imagine you'd probably see Britton. Odor coming to the plate.
I saw Buck signal he wanted a meeting at the mound to give the bullpen more time to get ready. The other games that are going on or have gone on, the Yankees beat the Rays 5-4. Gardner, game-winning RBI ninth due to home run. Both games since joining the Rays. Blue Jays lost 6-5 to the Angels. 3 runs top of the ninth. Royals and Red Sox, they're tied. They got a slugfest 8-8 in the ninth. Nunez, the newly acquired, 3 for 5, 2 solo homers. Pedroia was out of the ball game. Nunez played second base. That ball's going to be popped up in the air. Who's got the angle? It's going to be a Bermuda triangle base hit. Nobody had the angle. Shift was on the other way, so it'll be a base hit for Odor, and all of a sudden this gets a little bit too close. Two down, 2 on.
Yeah, it is hard to believe this ball's not caught. Now, again, I mean, right here, and again, it's not an easy play. I just think right there, you think that Tejada's going to get it, and he defers to Manny, and the ball drops. You know, and again, you know, because of the shift, and Gosman, because of this, is going to be leaving.
Yep. He wanted that complete game, but is not going to get it. 9th inning, 2 down, 2 on, 4-0, and Kevin out of the game. One more out was needed, and it just got too close. So he will sit and watch that.
Yeah, really pitched great. You know, first 2 guys get on. He gets a double play. He pitches about as well as you could pitch. 118 pitches, the season high for him. And again, they just the shift kind of does in the Orioles as Zach Britton comes on. You know, he's 6 out of 6. This is a save situation. He's got 55 consecutive saves. And again, the numbers. He's not pitching as well as he did last year. He was perfect. 47 out of 47. All kinds of injuries. And Velikan spring training wrist forearm early on in the season on a couple of occasions.
Carlos Gomez goes after the first pitch and will foul it off. 2 on, 2 down. Every save consecutive picked up by Britton. It's a new American League record as he set the mark, passing Tom Gordon, who had 54. Only Eric Gagne, who had 84 consecutive saves, is ahead of him all time in Major League history.
And again, Gomez swings at 52%, chased a sinker out of the zone.
2 strikeouts and a base hit for Gomez tonight, and a fastball will be taken up high.
Yeah, I think that with Zach, you've just seen the little bit of a struggle because of he got a lot of rehabs. But again, once you get hurt early on, he never really had the conditioning that he normally would have in spring training. So you try to do it in the course of the season, so not as sharp yet.
Gomez 0 for 2 off Britton. First and second, base runners. That's going to go to second. Jonathan Scope makes the play over to first, and that's the ball game. And the Orioles come away with the victory, and it is a shutout win. For the 6th time this year, the Orioles have a combined shutout. Kevin Gausman will get the win 8-7, a spectacular performance, and the Orioles win it 4-0. So the rubber match will be tomorrow as Wade Miley will take the mound against Martin Perez. Our coverage on MASN 2 begins at 2:30 with O's Extra, presented by Jeep. Our game coverage will be at 3. This has been a MASN presentation. Tom and Rick will look back at the outstanding performance by Gausman and the defense behind him in this game. For Jim Palmer and all of our crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks, everybody.